Hello everyone and welcome to episode 14 of Dying Light 2 Stay Human, and a special early hello to Mark Quack and Maxine, two of our M-named chatters here in chat. I hope that you've both had a wonderful Tuesday, and as we hit continue, yeah, Mark Quack, again, I don't know if congratulations is the right phrase, but I was just so happy to hear that the last couple encounters with foster cats has gone so well. Reuniting one with a with their rightful family, and the other one being rehabilitated. It's a lot of good news. And hello to Caroluna. Caroluna, I hope that you are also having a wonderful Tuesday. I'm actually going to grab a quick drink here. I should have done this during the ad crawl and then was busy with other stuff.
Probably not. Do you know any way to protect yourself from harmful?
All right, sorry about that. So it's telling me about mutation samples. I'm relatively sure that all of our weekly bounties will have expired, and the only reason that I care is that I'd like to make sure that we can get whatever the new ones are. Now when does this... Oh, no, new bounty available in 5 days. So this was 1 day before. I guess it decided to carry over our progress? I don't really know how this works. I'm not going to put too much effort into it. Now... Oh, hold on. Yeah, no, I was going to say maybe we went up a tier, but not yet. No, these all have the same symbol on them. Hello to Borlak! 1 second. So, 500 items looted. Sure, I'll do that. I feel like we need to go back to... Crud, hold on. Yeah, no, I could care less about that. So, hunter bounties. Do I have to manually pick these up? Honestly, you guys, I'm not sure. Let's not stress about menu stuff. Let's go on with our lives. So, in my journal, I think my next side quest, for some reason, renegades began appearing in areas that they don't normally operate in. I had to rescue those taken prisoner. We were working on that. I didn't realize it was a side quest, but I do like rescuing people that are taken prisoners by, like, cannibals or assholes. Also, what is this? Boomstick. Okay. Self-made gun. I did not know there were guns in this game. I don't know that I want to use one. I really like the melee combat, but let's find the survivors taken prisoner. I also don't know really where I am.
Is that a joke?
It is 8:41 in the morning, so we've got plenty of time. Let me just double check on the map that if we go here, it doesn't fast forward to night, which it does not. Okay, and we're pretty close. We're also very close to this. Why don't we stop by whatever this question mark is? Otherwise, like I said, Borlak, I hope everybody's had a great Tuesday. Mine went well. You know what was the best part? I had the best night's sleep last night that I think I've had in 3 or 4 weeks. I wound up basically sleeping until the exact moment that I had to be getting ready for work and go forward. So I wasn't late, but I, could have gotten there real easy. But to my way of thinking, that was a small price to pay. Okay, could have just jumped on this, actually. That was a small price to pay to really get a very good night's sleep, because, man, did I need it. I was dragging. Nope, I still want to head this way. There we go. So, even if we only get this marked on the map, it's fine. Yeah, Forsaken Store. So that'll be something that we would do at night, if we needed to. And I'll tell you what, this is a level 4 side quest. We do have a level 2 side quest on the way. So let's look at and maybe pick this up. Narratively, I like the idea of saving the prisoners. You leave me be. But mechanically, I like doing lower level missions earlier so that they don't, age out of the system.
Puppies. Where are they?
Is something wrong?
No, nothing. Talking to myself, that's all.
I mean, I can see something's the matter, but okay.
It's just, there's nothing that can be done. There are too many of them.
Too many who?
Renegades. Degenerates. 6 months ago, they kidnapped my son, Rook, and they forced me to produce drugs for them. I was the chemistry teacher in school before the epidemic. I held one of them back, grade.
But what about your son?
They're holding him hostage. If I'm late with the next batch of drugs, they'll kill him.
Maybe what these bandits need is a lesson.
But there's a whole band of them.
I've faced far worse odds than that. I'm not a fan of kidnapping.
Will you help me?
Yeah, I'll try. Where are they keeping Rook?
In a military building, overlooking the canal south of Muddy Grounds, near Culvert Island. The entrance is on St. Paul Boulevard, past the red car carrier. Just be careful. I went there myself once, trying to free my boy. They caught me. Then later brought me one of Rook's fingers. As long as these bastards are alive, they'll never leave us alone.
I'll be careful.
I'll follow you. Wait outside for you to come out. What's your name?
Aiden.
Thank you, Aiden.
All right, hello to Luca. So yeah, let's do this first.
For 6 months. What are they doing with my son?
Borlak is also saying that he had a crap night last night, so I had stolen his good sleep. If I was to steal something from Borlak, I think that I'd want to steal either his magnificent beard or his very awesome voice. Borlak does a... Is it once every 2 weeks? I get schedules confused. I'm not good with names and I'm not good with schedules. But I want to say that Borlak does a bi-weekly, maybe it's every week, TTRPG, and it's just so much fun to get to hear him, you know, work as a GM. Oh, hold on, we can mark this on our map as well. I think. Okay, yeah, just be marked. Don't care too much about doing it. But the RPGs is like the best opportunity to hear like maximum Borlak, like a lot of it, and he is just very, very fun to hear talk and describe things. Oh, let's wall run. Okay, so apparently this is where I'm going, and they do have one zombie standing guard outside. Also, Lucas saying just a handful of days into the parkour and night update. I'll be very interested. Yeah, this is not the first time that you brought it up, Luca, but what's the parkour update? Is it a new set of challenges or a new set of mechanics? Boy, I would not want to die that way. Also, I'm just letting you guys know, I would be looting 500, what's it called, items in this game with or without that bounty. So that's exactly the kind of bounty I like. Oh. Okay, I don't think that they know that I'm here. Although they're about to.
What was that?
Why do I not have any knives? Hold on a second. Inventory? I've got 7 of these guys, I guess.
I don't like those.
Well, I'm not going to use the knife then. Okay. They probably know that I'm here now. Ow. You'll be okay. Okay, we're gonna have to assume that everybody's gonna be on high alert from this point forward, because it would be difficult for that to have been louder. Borlak said, Lady Beast, you would have to fight her for the beard. I'm not allowed to get rid of it. I guess I'll just have to grow my own then. Although, if I could do that, I would have done it already. But yeah, I hope that you guys have all had a great week so far. My week is as non-disrupted as a work week can be. You know, it's again, very... I just like sharing this from time to time, because we all have days or weeks, and, you know, it's going to happen again, where it's just like, oh man, I'm really bummed out about something or stressed out. So when that's not happening, when there's work stuff, but it's normal, regular, sensible, this is the stuff you were hired to do, and everything is currently going in the way that seems like it should, it's like, yeah, man, that feels pretty good. Also, gosh, I hope we didn't miss Mark Quack. In addition to the good news on the... Do I want to turn this off? I don't feel like I do. This is giving me access to UV lights that keep me sane. We'll leave that on. Thanks. Oh, unless we have to turn it off to advance things. That's also possible. Sorry, in addition to that, I just wanted to say how awesome it is to have McMaster streaming again. It's been a while. It's been a year for McMaster, and I'm with regards to all of the circumstances surrounding it, I'm glad that McMaster is streaming again, and I hope he knows how much we appreciate him as a person, as a streamer, as an entertainer, as a writer, and I'm glad to have opportunities to hang out in his stream again and be able to tell him that. By the way, Luca is clarifying that it's a new set of mechanics. I'm very curious about it then, because of all the weaknesses that we could chart for this game, the parkour is just not among them. I very much did the knife there. Oh, I should also manufacture some more knives. I don't like doing crafting in combat. I mean, don't get me wrong. I absolutely will do crafting in combat, but it does feel pretty cruddy, honestly. To like, oh, hold on, everybody. I'm going to be crafting here for a second. Nope.
Better not be fucking with me. Something ain't fucking right. That's no good. Am I seen? Well.
Yeah, no.
Look at that.
Oh, hi. Carolyn is saying the first 2 days of the week have been a lot of things. Luke is also saying not that they would have an air raid system. They have a 1930s car horn. Yeah, what is that thing that they're winding up? I keep wanting to like call it like a speak and spell just because of like the crank, but I kind of don't think that that's what they would call it. Then Carolyn was saying the first 2 days have been a lot of things, but hopefully the worst cases should be checked off the list soon, and the more difficult ones to come in, the rest of the week should be nice. Yeah, I will... Hold on, maybe we can make use of this. Oh, crud, hold on. Something else is hissing. Yeah, I tend to enjoy weeks where I have a sense of what the arc of things are going to be. It's the uncertainty, and especially the uncertainty of like, hey, here's a big crisis that we bet you weren't expecting to have to deal with. That's when Mark was saying, it's good that McMaster is back to streaming. My hope is that he'll get back to a regular schedule. I hope that as well. I hope that streaming provides an outlet for him, an opportunity to take a break from the many things that I know that he's been dealing with and start to return to something that he enjoys and can just be like a stress-free outlet for him. Yeah, I still don't want to turn that off, though. It's very dark in here. The UV lights help me out. I can see an advantage to turning off the generator if it would, like, draw the enemies out, but as long as it's on, like, I don't know. I feel better about being in here. Okay, yep. And that's a crystal thing, and at some point I had some sort of a bounty to have, like, a certain number of, like, rare crystals. That may be something that's now expired. Luke is asking if you mind me asking what happened with McMaster. I'm hesitant to tell other people's stories. I will, in this case, because McMaster has talked about it openly on his streams, and I know that the hours that he streams aren't always accessible to everyone. One of McMaster's parents passed away, and McMaster is he's a sort of person where even somebody like me, who primarily only knows McMaster like on the internet, like as a writer and a forum poster and a streamer, he just has this way of feeling like a really good friend. He's the sort of person that you'd love to hang out with in real life, and he is just relentlessly kind and generous to everybody around him. And he's very funny, as Mia puts it. He's got this great, very dry sense of humor. He's been a blast to play games like Phasmophobia with and stuff, and like he's one of the people that Mia played Dying Light 1 with, for example, when they did that complete stream. So to see him go through tough times, that's it hits all the harder. You know, it's always serious when somebody that you, yeah. See, if I'm not scanning this with my survivor vision, I don't recognize it as being a thing that I can pick up. Carol Luna likes the phrase like relentlessly kind, but he really is. There's like, it's difficult for me to envision McMaster having a nemesis that he dislikes enough to like be cruel to them. That's just not in his nature. He's also one of those people who had the honor of being called fat and stupid by shit, what was that guy's name? You know, the dude nobody gives a shit about. He's not one of the Baldwins, but he's like close. Marquardt knows him. Shit, what the hell's that guy's name? I'm completely blanking. Marquardt. Was it one of the Baldwins? It was. So the guy that played Jane on Firefly, what's that guy's name? You guys, I know the name of the actor who played the daughter in one scene. Oh, hold on. In one scene of Mad About You, a single scene, that's Meredith Bishop. I had to look that up afterwards to make sure, but yeah, that was Meredith Bishop. I can't remember this dude's name because I can't be arsed. What the hell was his name? Whatever it was. This dude went on like a multi-week binge of just calling people on Twitter fat and stupid and ugly, and like McMaster was one of them. I'm like, McMaster, no matter how long I live, I will never achieve that level of success of having somebody that intolerably stupid pay enough attention to me to call me fat and stupid. How did you do it?
You all right?
I'm, yeah.
They injected that shit into you.
Who are you?
Aiden, your father sent me.
Father. Dad.
You're out of danger. I'll take you to him.
No.
What?
I don't need you, Dad. Or anybody else. I'm doing fine here. Give me a needle.
Hey, wait. You've got all your fingers. The bandits didn't cut one off. So it was all fake?
Leave me alone.
There was no kidnapping, was there? You've been tricking your own father into making you free drugs?
Get out of here.
How could you do that to your father?
Didn't want this, okay? It's stronger than me.
And now what do you want? You'd rather stay here like this than be with your father?
Brooke, son, my boy. Finally, I've got you back. What is it, boy? Are you all right?
Why would I not tell the chemist what his son did? Why on earth would I not tell him?
Look, there was never any kidnapping.
What?
It was all a show, including that severed finger.
But how could that be? Brooke, say that's not true.
I tried to kick it. I tried. I didn't want to keep taking. Then I started getting high with them. When I mentioned you, they realized you were their former teacher and a chemist.
God. Rook.
I wanted to stop, to end it, but they wouldn't let me. I'm sorry.
Come back home with me. We'll talk there.
Really? After all I did?
You'll always be my son. Thank you.
Oh, Crystal White. Okay. That was the name of the quest. I hadn't picked up on it before this. So Marquardt has identified it, the actor as Adam Baldwin. Marquardt, I just want you to know, I have to take your word for it because even that doesn't ring any bells. At one point I knew what that man's name was, and now I'm like, sure, that sounds about right. Ooh. Hold on. It's a newspaper article from earlier this year, and I'm on the wrong channel. And hello to Fox McCloud, by the way. Okay. Is there... Okay. Villador becomes the last bastion of civilization as foreign heads of state, the GRE, and a combined military unite to create the Council of Mankind. The THV pandemic has spiraled out of control, and humanity finds itself on the brink of extinction. A light in the darkness, one city, Villador, has survived to become the last major city still standing. The walls meant to seal its doom became its citizens' salvation! ! And there, the last remaining global powers come together in a historical agreement. The newly formed Council of Mankind has dedicated itself to doing whatever is necessary to ensure the survival of the human race. Which is down as far as this goes as well. And that is all they wrote. Okay, now we can go find the survivors taken prisoner. I feel okay about, you know, taking a break to do that one, because even though it didn't turn out that... Oh, shit! Son of a bitch. I thought I was gonna do a longer jump. A longer jump than that. But Carol Luna's got to turn. Carol Luna, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you have a great evening. I hope that the issues that come in follow the track that you expect, and that it gets better as the week goes on. Oh, it's not really anything. So, Luca, do you have just sort of like a general rundown of what the... What's it called? Parkour update is supposed to be for this game? Like, I assume there's patch notes. It's not going to be spoilery. But that's like saying, okay, so everybody, what we've decided to do is to... God, okay, I am... Interesting place for a tutorial. I'm missing my spring jump. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Metro stations can serve as fast travel locations, but currently they're controlled by either infected or bandits. To activate the station, you need to turn on the main switch in the electrical room. Beware, there'll be enemies along the way. You'll need to either kill or avoid them. Sometimes there'll be no electricity inside the station. In that case, you'll first need to locate and activate the backup generator in the generator room. Is there a reason it told me that right now? Oh, unless that's the quest that we have. Maybe I just got close enough to the quest marker. So, hold on a second. You're supposed to jump and then tap left bumper. And that's not happening. And I keep taking damage because I'm falling. Lucas says starts hearing the bashing of a metal pipe in the screen as soon as the father and son leave. If anything, I'm surprised that the son fessed up, because I don't have a lot of experience working with junkies. The experience that I do have is that they are constant liars. Like, just tireless liars. And that's primarily born out of desperation. Like, it's not that liars become junkies, it's that junkies become liars. Okay? That's great. Okay, we're going to go that way, I guess. Hold on, I need to visit this rooftop garden. Oh, what was I gonna say? Just that, like, the idea that the parkour is the thing that they want to patch in this game is like playing Super Mario Odyssey and having them say, yeah, we're gonna patch the jumping. Was somebody complaining about the jumping? It's just, seems weird. Maybe they're gonna patch like the keyboard and mouse controls or something. Like something that won't really affect. I guess here's the concern that I have. I feel like the parkour and stuff in this game feels so good. It's difficult for me to envision a lot of changes they would make that wouldn't, like, instead of making it better, maybe it would have some unintended consequence. Okay, we've done that. We're picking the lavender. I should also, I think, have a bandage. I might have another bandage. Ooh, there's a quest. Hold on. And you guys, I can now do the wall run. I wasn't able to do that on previous, like, parkouring sections, so I'd always have to, like, fall. But now we can go like that. There is a quest around here somewhere, I think. Well, see, I don't know if it's up or down. I'm going to assume it's up, but also there's a lift right there, so I'm not going to stress about it too much. Hello, Lucha Freddy, who says, side note, did you see the parkour trailer they did for this game with Pro Parkour Team Storer? Also, hello. I have not. I am very hesitant to watch trailers for things that I already intend to play, but that sounds like the sort of thing that might not be any sort of story spoiler, but rather more just like a mechanics thing.
My hero, seriously, this is all I have on me, but...
I'll take an immunity booster. Yeah, so what I've been looking for is like some way to like, get to the inside of this building. Hello. You can be rich too. Borrow money for investments. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Ah, here we go. So, whoops. It involves zero gameplay, says Lucha Freddy of the trailer. Basically a short film promo. Somebody was saying, and this might have been you, Luca, I'm trying to remember who it was. Somebody said during like the first episode, I think, that the character of, is it Hakan or Hakan? That his character model is modeled after like the creator of parkour, like the grandfather of parkour or something. Oops. Which I have taken as true because I want it to be true. Also, Lucha Freddy, what are you playing these days? I know that I was in your stream, one of the recent streams. I want to say was in the last week, but I'm drawing a blank on. I know that I got a chance to check out your new layout, which was like you were sort of like inside like a CRT television. I am still not where I need to be though. It's right there. Find the survivors taken prisoner. I would love to do that. At issue is I can't find a way into the section of the building where they are. Oh, hold on. This feels right. Hello to Jab! And Lucha Freddy's asking David Bell. I think that's the name that was provided. Jab, how's your week been so far? I have to say, oh, another piece of good news. I really like sharing like good news when I can. Another piece of good news is the weather here has just been awesome for me. The day will come when I will say, hey everybody, we're gonna play like some web browser game or something because it's too hot to do anything else. But this week, like this whole week, is gonna be mid to high 70s and dry and like relatively nice weather. Like the part of there that's the relatively is gonna be like a little bit cloudy, like not a lot of like direct bright sun, which is really nice to have, but temperature and humidity wise we're aces, so I will absolutely take that. Lucas saying it just says parkour flow improvements, and as far as the night update, there'll be roaming volatiles and other undisclosed stuff. Well, I have a lot of faith in this development team because, as I've said on a few different occasions as we've gone through, this game, by all rights, should be a disaster. It has no right being as good as it is in terms of the feel of it, the movement of it, the controls of it. I'm having a good time with like the crafting system and the additional bounties and stuff that they've put into it. Okay. Maybe just a short hop. Can I slip in here? No. Boy, this is like I'm showering the game with praise and at the same time feeling just the slightest bit frustrated that here we go. I think I managed to choose every conceivable pathway to get here except the correct one. Jab is saying I don't like it, but I'm not sure which part that that refers to. Lucha Freddy's saying also I'm playing Division 2 again right now. Gotten crazy into working it out properly. Like technically, Lucha Freddy, or hold on. Did you have trouble getting it to work technically, or just like the new mechanics and stuff?
The survivor was right. Something is really fucking wrong here. I'm at the first outpost. There's no sign of your friends.
Well, they must have moved on toward the camp. Further west on Fulton Tower Road. Catch them before they get there.
I'm on my way.
No, I don't understand. They said the renegades are dangerous, but the ceasefire lasted for years. It's as if they no longer fear the peacekeepers. What changed that?
Maybe we're about to find out. I'll be in touch.
I feel like I probably would have been able to like shove this armoire and thing aside. They're not braced by anything. All right, let's grab this. Jab doesn't like, I guess, this game. Now, there's a lot of games that I would never play, but I don't mind watching. But I don't like watching this game. I think that probably the first-person perspective combined with the amount of like camera motion that there is would make it more challenging than others to be able to watch, especially when like a roll happens. So I think I'm done here. Yeah, we've checked this building. I kind of feel sort of similar to like Diablo 4 as a game. I suspect that game is probably a lot of fun to play, but as like a viewer, you don't get a sense, I don't think, for like this the thought and strategy that's probably going into playing it at the higher levels. It is a very, very, very pretty game, though. Oh, didn't realize this was here. Ow. Like, just so that you guys know, even when it came out, Diablo 3 kind of had pretty perfunctory graphics. It's like yeah, this qualifies as the way that a Diablo game would probably look. And that's about as all that you got from it. I feel like the lighting and the texture work and the characters and the like effect animations, I feel like Diablo, well, why wouldn't we just start with this though? I feel like Diablo 4 really benefits from all of the lessons learned from Diablo 3. Was that a oh, ow, don't beat in there. Hold on, this person is turning, I think. Yeah. Shit. It's sort of the same way that I feel about, like, Stellaris. I love I love playing Stellaris. I don't tend to stream it very often because I feel like Stellaris is really difficult to communicate. When you tune into this game and you see like me swinging an axe at a guy, you know that that's a guy that I want to die because there's an axe and we cleave him in half and then a bunch of blood and guts spurt out. And that's sort of like the way the game works. When you tune into a Stellaris stream, it's going to take you 35 minutes to get some sort of sense of what is happening right now, because as good as that game is, it's not a looker, right? It doesn't really communicate itself visually. I will say this, though. Every single time I've streamed Stellaris, people have turned up and been interested in the proceedings. So that's pretty cool. Okay. Didn't get a chance to stomp. Jav is saying, so I've been getting into the skills and level building of Division 2 and the equipment more, getting ready for all the Year 5 content later this month. Do you remember... Now, Lucha Freddy, is this the content that they had... Ow. Yeah. The... Okay, what happened there is that I did hit the block button, but I was still in mid-swing, so it didn't work very well. Oh, what was I about to say? Yeah, like, earlier this year, I want to say... Hold on, this guy has a reward. There was an update that was planned for Division 2, but, like, and the development team came out and said, like, they released an announcement. Yeah, we really messed something up, and the Division 2 is broken right now. We can't do this planned content update, so we will see you later for that. And I guess they got that worked out, but that's, it's just a hell of a thing to have a development team saying, like, I'm trying to remember exactly what the phrase was, like, that we corrupted, like, the kernel file for the game or something. Like, it sounded really, really unfortunate. Okay, Alright, so we've got human enemies here, I think, as opposed to zombie enemies. Okay. Apparently interrupted the carpenters in the middle of their work. Otherwise, a big fat lot of nothing. So... Well, wait, find the survivors taken prisoner. There's nobody in this room. There's no holes in the ceiling. And it really wants me to go here. So... Was I supposed to have a chat with that person? Oh! I thought this was a non-interactable door. Jab is saying, I've noticed a lot of the big streamers streaming Diablo 4 really don't have the numbers of viewers you would expect with a new game. Yeah, I think that game is a great example of one that's really fun to play, especially with friends. Like, that's where I had all my Diablo 3 fun.
They might have stopped at the overlook by the windmill on Garrison Boulevard. Hurry up. If they reach camp, it'll be much harder to rescue them.
I'll catch up to them.
Think I saw who was commanding those renegades. It was Elias. He was a survivor. Lived in the area 2 years ago. He was a lawyer before the epidemic, a man of principle. Then he disappeared. There was a lot of talk about it.
It disappeared.
A year ago, this guy came sniffing around here. One of the butcher's men, they said. And that he worked for the GRE back in the day. He tried to talk people into going to the dam. Promised them weapons. The ones who did never came back. When I saw Elias just before, he looked strung out. Like he was on drugs. His eyes terrifying. As if there was no one left behind.
Look into it.
Ow. That was me straight up hitting the wrong button. Wrong side of the controller. I didn't mean to jump. I like that he dropped his weapon on the way down.
All I found were some renegades here.
So they made it to the camp. There's no saving my friends now.
I'll scout out the camp and see what I find.
I didn't dare ask, but we can't give up. Help them, please.
Lucha Freddy's also saying that there were a lot of issues with folks using XP exploits in The Division 2. I had not heard this, so when Jab says he doesn't understand the bans, I also, like, I can't clarify it because I'm not sure what the story was. But it doesn't... I will never be surprised to hear that people are exploiting a game system to get some sort of an advantage. Oh man, that seems like a really painful way to have gone. Oh boy. No, don't catch this. I was admiring my handiwork like I'm Michael Myers. Did the little head tilt and all. Javison, I can understand in PvP games, but not you're not competing against anybody in the Division 2. And so Jab probably knows a lot more about the Division 2 than I do. I've, for whatever reason, I played a lot of the Division 1, at least, sorry, more specifically, I played all the way through the story of Division 1. And then once I had sort of like reached what you would consider like the end game content, then my interest level just kind of collapsed and I didn't wind up playing the Division 1 past that. You know what I used to do? Mr. Binky used to do nightly streams. And they would be on it, what was it? Mark Quack knows. 8 p.m. Eastern, I want to say. It was a 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern, and I don't remember which. And for every stream that I could tune into, I would put on his stream, and oftentimes he'd be playing with, like, Mr. Bones, and then I would... Hold on, I don't know if I want to go down this elevator shaft. Hold on, what specifically... Where's my... I am inside the quest area. So if I was to hide prisoners, I'd want to do it underground. Oh, but what I would do is go into the Division, and I'd play a lot of the Division while listening to them in the background. Maybe that's part of it, why I sort of like fell off the Division 2, because I didn't get to have that experience anymore. But yeah, there was just something about the Division 2 where in every way you can measure mechanically, it's a better product. In every conceivable way. There's something about like the story or something that just I bounced completely off of. So unlike what we were saying before, The Division 2 is an example of a game that I really like watching. I loved watching Tashir play. I like it when Patikin plays it. But I just don't have as much fun playing it, personally. It's more fun for me to watch that game. Borlak? Yeah, Borlak and Lady B have played it, including not all that long ago. Lucha Freddy. Yeah, Mark White says that sounds about right for Mr. Binky. Lucha Freddy saying, I gotta run off for a bit. Lucha Freddy, have a great rest of your Tuesday. If you like the parkour in this game, Storer are developing a full-on parkour game. There's a playtest attached to the fundraiser for the game. The full game is called... I'm very worried that I'm mispronouncing this. Storer Parkour Pro. Just based on the premise... Oh, yeah, we're no longer in the quest objective. Based on the premise, it sounds a lot like Mirror's Edge. Okay, we'll try to drop. All right, that went actually really well. It's little things like that right there, where I was not sure how to get down safely, so I did the thing that seemed the most natural, and it worked flawlessly. So the last time I had trouble finding a... Oh, this is something that I can... Yeah, I can't get to that because of the pallet. I'm inside the quest area. I suppose the prisoners could be higher if they're not lower. Also, Mark Quack, did you happen to catch the premiere of Stars on Mars yesterday? Item. The Elias Inquiry. Hold on. I wasn't expecting a collectible in there. Elias, I asked for the last time, what the hell's going on with your camp? Why don't you respond to orders? Your group was supposed to leave that area 2 weeks ago. We've heard disturbing rumors about what's happening there. Mark Mike is asking, what Stars on Mars, a game, a TV show? I believe it's a crap reality show on Fox here in the United States. So there is currently a WGA writer's strike. I believe that's the Writers Guild of America. I am not currently extremely well educated on all of the things that they are striking for, but I know that proper credit and residuals and stuff on online content, this is a tough guy because the spears hit really hard. Oh, he's a super tough guy. He shrugged off my kick. The point is, there's a... Wow, okay. Shit! Hold on. Alright, hold on. So, Fireboy's gotta go. No, I don't want to be near him when he's full of alcohol. Just gonna let that play out. Oh, look at that guy, he ran away. Either because of the explosion or because of the me. Fuck. Okay. There's a WGA writer's strike. As a result of the writer's strike, a lot of shows that would otherwise be in production are now not in production. I'm gonna try... Who was it that said this? To do the, regeneration inhibitors. I should have done that ahead of that fight. If you read even a little bit of what the WGA is striking for, because I don't remember. When I say that I'm not very well educated, what I mean is that I cannot enumerate all of the things right here, right now. From everything that I have read, this is a strike that I would strongly agree with. I think they're absolutely correct to fight for their rights. I think that a lot of these shows and writers did everything they possibly could to keep things up and running through the darkest days of COVID. And now what they want is adequate recognition and recompense for their expertise. And they're going on strike to fight for this. I support that. Separate and apart from that, I am looking forward to what I hope will be a revival of every network on television putting out their own crap reality television shows because I find them extremely funny. And the first one to arrive is called Stars on Mars, and it was on Fox last night. I don't know anything about it other than its premise, which is a bunch of people pretending to be colonists on Mars. I would oh. Damn it. And I did not get to see it, is the point. I've been very busy with a side project, and as a result, didn't get to watch it. But I was wondering if like Mark Wack or somebody else had. Oh, he staggers around really well for a man with no thigh. Jazzing for myself, I played a lot of Doom 2016, about 2,500 hours. I think I've like brought this up before, but I'm trying to think if there's any game that I've played that much. Honestly, possibly Stellaris. I think I've also said this part. There's a lot of hours on Stellaris that happen with Seaman offline mode, so they don't actually show up. About half of that before the Doom speedrunners completely broke the game. Like they broke it down in such a way that you realized it had a bunch of bugs and flaws and you didn't like it as much, or like broke it in what way? Because I know this. So there's a guy on YouTube, and please hear me all the way out on this because I'm not in any way bagging on. There's a guy on YouTube called the Spiffing Brit, and he has an entire series called, you know, whatever is a perfectly balanced game with no balance issues whatsoever. This guy is apparently very, very good at finding holes and exploits in games. And as a result, I choose not to watch his content, not because it's not good or not entertaining, but because knowing of those exploits could like really, really impact my ability to enjoy the game. And I like enjoying games. I want to have fun playing games. So I don't watch a lot of that. So I'm wondering if it's like that for Jab. Mark Wack is saying Stars on Mars has quite the cast. Yeah, I don't know who's in it. I'm very curious to see this.
Veiny. Too veiny. Too many muscles.
Quiet. What are you doing here?
Let these people go.
Oh, don't think so, PK puppet boy. You're gonna strangle on your strings. Curtain's coming down on all of you. But we ain't got no strings. He cut us free.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The Master freed our bodies and minds. We now see that each time we strike down an enemy, we absorb their strength. Now you can join us, or you can meet your maker this very day.
Why have you broken the truce?
Power, my friend. In our unstrung state, we possess boundless strength, infinite power. Waltz, our master, has gifted us this power. Jack, Matt, and the Puppet Keepers tangled and strangled against us. Powerless.
You're just a bunch of pathetic juicers. Thanks for the offer, but you're fucking nuts.
You understand nothing. Get him!
Shit. Get him! Boy, they were not expecting my Molotov. Jab is, by the way, saying that they broke it in every way possible. Like, I guess that's what speedrunners do. And yeah, speedrunning can be interesting to me for, like, seeing, like, you know, how does a speedrun of Ocarina of Time run where you, like, beat the whole game in 12 minutes? And it turns out that if you stand in this one particular corner with, like, a Deku stick and hit it 14 times, you teleport to the end boss. It's interesting to see the tricks that they use, but knowing that aspect of, like, how a speedrunner does it doesn't ultimately impact my enjoyment of Ocarina of Time, because I just am not going to do that. So, is it that, like... Hold on.
Thank you.
We'll never forget this.
This way. There's a side gate.
Hello? It's Aiden. Your friends are safe and sound.
Thank you, Aiden. We are all deeply in your debt.
Like, Marquardt will know this. An example of something that does, like, get inside your head and make it difficult, it makes it difficult for me to enjoy the game again, is something like learning about the infinite city sleaze in Civilization 2 and possibly Civilization 3, I'm trying to remember. Infinite city sleaze, or ICS, you'll see that abbreviation a lot, is a tactic in the earlier Civilization games where all you do, like, you don't pay any attention to where the cities go. Your only responsibility is as many cities as you can possibly get out as quickly as you can get out, because the exponential growth point that you'll hit will just outclass every other civilization in the whole game in terms of military output, productivity, science output, and whatever else. Later Civ games have introduced a lot of mechanics to specifically prevent that, but I remember, like, learning that in, like, Civilization 3 and being like, oh no, and then trying it out and it's like, oh no. I'm not going to be able to enjoy this because there's now an optimal strategy that works 100% of the time. Now all of this strategy is removed from the game. I think I do want wall run jump. And then... And let me just double check on how to do it. So we've got the wall run. It's just press and hold RB. Got it. Easy to do. Precise aiming I'm passing on because I still haven't even drawn the bow that I'm carrying. Block charge. Charge an enemy in front of you. Press X while blocking. Let's give it a shot. Also, Foxmode is buddy. Does the amount of people that I killed not bother you? Do you think you're safe in a confined space all bunched up? Yeah, you would think around the time that he, like, flicks the lighter and lights up the rag sticking out of the Molotov, everybody in the room would be like, uh-oh, might have miscalculated here. So, that was the quest. Let's take a look at the map. Ooh. Well, hold on. It's nighttime. Oh, and it's like midnight. I don't know that there's something we can get to quickly, but at least this is a nighttime mission. Let's see if we can go get it. Oh, just reach up with your hands. Didn't make it. Apparently I discovered a Night Hollow. The reason I'm not doing the Night Hollow is that the Night Hollows... Oh, hold on. Crud. So, I still don't get the timing on the dodge there. But, like, here's another example. Like, there's a whole thread on Quarter to 3 about Age of Wonders 4, and I haven't opened that thread. Okay, but when do I get to do the grapple? I haven't opened that thread because the people on Quarter 3, the forum, are way better at strategy games than me, and I don't want to open it up and realize, oh, well, if you just use this skill and this skill and this skill, you can, like, one-button the entire campaign. And I'm not saying that that's in there. I'm saying that, like, I would learn a lot from reading that thread. And at issue is I want a little bit more time with Age of Wonders 4 to learn that stuff myself. And then I'll go in there and, like, read back everything. I'd like to finish the story in Age of Wonders 4, especially since I got to one mission that really is, like, kicking my butt. I made a Moo character, because I have an Azuric character, and a Salamander character, and a Mia character. Oh yeah, and a Borlak character who actually I played in 2 separate maps, because one he was, like, just absolutely perfect for. And then I went to make a Moo character, and this final... I don't know if this is the final mission. The next mission that I'm on does not seem very friendly for learning a new playstyle. It seems like you really got to hit the ground running and knowing everything. So I might restart it as Azuric. I wanted to go do the... Hold on, I got off course here somewhere. Oh, maybe this is just the quiz. Over there.
Ken.
Wait, what are you ranting about, mister?
Ranting? Son, I'm trying to safeguard our collective memory. I'm only trying to preserve history.
Seems like a big task. Can one man even do that?
I have a good background for that. For 30 years, I was a tourist guide. After the fall, I founded Villador's Historical Conservation Society.
Doesn't seem to be much to conserve around here anymore.
Thank the renegades for that. Still, more than ever, we must remember our past. We must keep track. Otherwise, we'll slip into the Dark Ages for good. We can't build a future for humankind if we don't know our history. What do you say I ask you 2 or 3 questions about that? See if you've been paying attention. See if you do know our past. So, you ready to talk history now?
Well, I'm not sure that I'm ready for this, but why not?
I can try.
Good. Let's start with one of the defining moments of our history. A tragic event that had such an impact, it still defines how the city looks today. Here goes. What event went down in history as Black Monday?
I feel like it was this, based on the story so far. I don't actually know, but this... I have some vague memory of this.
It's a mass shooting that happened in Houndfield on March 6, 2024.
Wrong. You should listen more to people and their stories. It shouldn't be hard. Everybody here lost somebody during Black Monday.
I'll try to do better next time.
Now, what, if anything, prevents me from brute forcing this?
Not so fast. History is for the patient. Learn more and come back later.
Okay. Time limit of some kind. I actually do remember hearing in the game about, like, Black Monday, and I guess there's some association in my head about, like, the Boston Massacre, and that's what I was thinking of, that it would be a shooting.
What you feeling?
What am I feeling? I can craft weapons. So this is the thingamabob is what I'm currently using. And I've already got this two-handed blunt. Bolted bludgeon. I wonder what's different about these as you level them up. Like, I've got my engine bludgeon, and that's a pretty cool weapon. I do like it. I guess I could do this. Let me level this up. I'm curious, like, ultimately, aside from, like, just visuals, why would you want to use one versus another? I'm going to level this up. And then I'm going to level it up again. Oh! I built 2 of them. I really did not mean to do that. Oops. What's the upgrade button? Is it Y? Hold on. Where does it even say what the upgrade button is? Where? I'm so sorry, you guys. Oh, why? I do see it. It's, you can't see it, but if you look over here when I hover over it, yeah, I pressed A to craft instead of to upgrade.
Choice.
Yeah, so on the next upgrade, these two things will do the exact same amount of damage. It'll have 3 affixes. 250, same durability, same number of mod slots. So it definitely feels like it's only cosmetic. And that's disappointing unless there's something else about it that I don't know. Also, we're short 1 aluminum can in order to be able to craft a bolted bludgeon. Jab is, by the way, so this is what I was curious about. Jab is saying, yeah, we might wind up selling those other bolted bludgeons. I didn't mean to get multiples of those. Jab is saying there are ways in Doom 2016 to overcome weapon activation and charge up by activating something else with a higher priority than stopping it. Yeah, we're not going to do that right now. It's only 3 a.m. Do you think we can get to someplace else cool? Go do that side quest. By the time we get here, we're not going to be able to do anything. Like, we'll poke our head in there and we'll be out of time. Ditto goes for here. Yeah, we're too far from those. I need to be next to those to really get some good distance into them. I'll tell you this. How about we go to... Well, why don't we go do this? Because we know we're going to need some more infected stuff. Jab is also saying that he doesn't do it. He has no interest in it. No interest in going through walls or anything like that. He does cheese some things, but after 1,000 hours of doing it the hard way, I don't mind speeding up upgrades for some weapons. Oh, so you haven't stopped playing. I sort of thought that, like, maybe you learned something from the speedrunners that you're like, oh, this is, like really ruined. Hold on. We still have the... There we go. We still had the mission selected. Okay, so I'm thinking Molotov and kick. There's a couple other infecteds. Let's... I was hoping to get his attention, but he's not interested. Then in that case, let's craft ourselves like a better Molotov. Or mine. Sure, why not? Rare throwable. Do you throw mine directly on him? Does that count? Oops. No, I don't want to stand that close to it, though. Yeah, I still need to try Doom 2016. We've got it. We've got it, but I have yet to try it. Okay, we got some new mutation samples and Sunday shoes, apparently off that big rotting carcass. Jab is saying it's a good game. I've heard that universally. Jab, by the way, where do you fall on Doom? What was the sequel called? Why am I thinking in my head Doom Resurrection? That's not what it was. Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal. How do you feel about Doom Eternal? Because I feel like that one was divisive, and unfortunately, I bet that we've talked about it in the past. I'm just not remembering it. Like what the decision was. Oh, Whoops. That went about as bad as it could have. Okay, at the moment I'm just picking a fight for no reason. Hold on a second. Let's check our map. Oh, hey, look, there's a thing right here. Okay. Sure, man, start it up. New safe house. Jab did not like Doom Eternal. I feel like that is the more prevalent opinion of it. That people were really excited for it to come out. I believe it got delayed a couple times, and ultimately, I don't think that it's remembered that fondly. I don't think there's anybody out there that I've seen is like, oh, that game was garbage, I hated it, or anything like that. But it didn't feel like it landed for people with what they were hoping for. Okay. I reached for that zip line. Didn't get it. Boy, that wall run is really good when you get to do it. Quest giver. Well, I know that I can climb most of these red slats. Jeff says a lot of people love it. He just wasn't one of them. What I've heard about Doom Eternal is that it's very long, and that it tended to get away from the more simple action focus that people wanted. That's what I've heard about it. I'm not saying that, making that claim myself. Like that it sort of felt prey to a lot of the expansions and elaborations on. Nope. They try to like stuff it full of additional stuff that additional things that people were like, oh, this is now it's like the games that it felt like it was originally parodied. Not a parody really, but okay, double kick. I should probably make my way towards one of the UV locations. Oh, except this one's on the moon. At one point, I had a quest. Ooh, defeat infected without taking damage. Oh, hold on. I didn't realize that was a quest. Hold on. I might be able to do that. So I have to defeat 10 infected without taking any damage at night. Hold on. A lot of fire would probably help. Let's do crafting. Let's make 5 Molotovs. And then I want to go into inventory. And we're going to put that in place of the mine. The mine is really great against that boss character. Okay, so now I just want to not... Hold on. Okay, now let's practice not taking damage while I kill them. Hold on. Okay, starting now. Okay, starting now. I won't take any... Nope. Alright, hold on. Okay, now I won't take any more damage. Shit. Okay, fuck this. Maybe we'll try this again tomorrow night. So I need like a vent or something that I can use to get up. Nope. Okay, so that's not gonna happen. Yes, I did try to do a double warren. Here we go. Oh, actually, here we go. This will be better than that.
I say, that's some profile. Would you mind standing closer to the light?
Sure, why not?
Who? Me?
Yes. I could definitely paint you. But no. I have to avoid distractions. Not if I want to finish my greatest work.
Your greatest work? What's that?
A grand fresco. My magnum opus. A painting of epic proportions the world is not prepared to see. But I can't finish it. I don't have the proper shade of red.
Red?
Yes. The reddest red. I need it badly, and all these idiot merchants have is some kind of pale joke. Without the reddest red, my project will remain incomplete, and my art will not find the expression it requires. Of course, I could get my hands on... But no, that's just such a crazy idea. It sends shivers down my spine.
Let's hear it.
Oh, my, are you sure? Okay, then. I have to admit, I already experimented in secret. And what I need is blood of the infected. But not just any infected. I find the blood of a goon is the only one that is apt to give me the true, deep red I need. I've been observing this particular goon in a certain area, and have taken to leaving out red wine for it to drink. Wine should make its blood an even more intense shade. It becomes rather aggressive after drinking the wine. Do you think you're up to the task of bringing me the creature's blood?
Sure. Sounds like fun.
Go, then. Come back when you have acquired its blood.
Oh man, this dude takes a minute to get around to the point. Kill the goon mentioned by Andy. Sure, why not? So Jab is saying the best way that he can explain it is with Doom Eternal, there's correct things to do things and incorrect things to do them. With 2016, there really were not correct or incorrect ways to kill things. There's certainly easier and harder ways, but if you want to grab a super shotgun on normal, you can do nearly the whole game with that if you're hard-headed enough. So, Doom Eternal felt more like, it doesn't sound like railroady is quite the right thing, but it was more constrictive in what were appropriate tactics. Oh, I can kill this guy. Or at least I've killed a lot of his friends. I don't even know that that's worth it for the 2 zombies, but I figured if I can clear out... Oh, I was about to say, did it not light that zombie on fire? If I can clear out some of the riffraff from here and then fight this dude... Now, I'm sorry, he said something about, like, wine or something. Am I supposed to do something before I just kill this guy? Or is it just kill him? Journal. Needs the reddest red to finish a great fresco. Off the corpse of dead goon. Okay, I couldn't figure out if he was, like, indicating that there was some additional step that I should be taking. Alright, and even this, it bothered them. Fuck! Fuck! I'm trying to use the medicine. That's all I needed to do, is just one more hit. Jai was saying, but ultimately you don't need special weapons to defeat special enemies. Wasn't that a thing in, like, Wolfenstein Youngblood as well? I remember reading a lot of reviews for that, just because I didn't care about it very much, but there were a lot of people who were like, what, this is horrible. Oh man, we hate it. And I was like, okay, so what's the issue? And it does seem like it's, first of all, people found, like, the characters and the voice work very grating. That was a big thing that came out of it. The time period of, like, the 1980s, this alternate history of 1980s, was really not used to any sort of, like, good benefit. And the there was all sorts of, like, different types of ammunition to deal with, like, different types of armor or different types of armored enemies. I've not played it, so I might not be saying it correctly, but that's sort of like overcomplication of what we want to do is we want to shoot these bad guys because these bad guys really suck, and that's what we want to do. And somehow the developers, like, really overcomplicated it to a point where people did not have fun with it. Okay, so wait, why is it telling me that there's a trophy over here? Trophy. Well, apparently there's something down there. I didn't mean to leave behind something good. So, I feel like I picked up what it wanted, and yet it's still marking this. I guess I'll just call that a success, that I got what I wanted, because I don't see anything else. Well, hold on. Let's scan it with my survivor sense here. No, there's nothing else here, or it's phased through the stairs where there's, like, it doesn't even pick up on survivor sense. Okay, onward with the painting quest. Okay, and there is a lift there. I really could have taken that fun slide pipe instead. I didn't see it until I was already on my way down. Did I say this in the last episode? I can't remember. I will say this for Dead Island 2. That game came and went like a blink. Like, it felt like people were playing that for the week that it came out, and then I really haven't seen very much about it since then, except it still got pretty good reviews. Like, it felt like people who played it did enjoy it.
Look what I brought you.
Oh, my God. Is it from my goon? Let me see. Pilgrim, you can stand tall today, for you have done your part, however small, in making art history. Now leave. I have to focus to create the one red the world longs to see, and paint a fresco that will change it forever. If you come back later, maybe you will see it. Oh, you may have a use for this. My older brother John gave it to me for protection, but I'd probably kill myself trying to use it.
Boomstick. Big katana. Oh, blade axe. And a can opener, apparently. Oh, you know what? I bet the can opener is the... Maybe the... What's the phrase I'm thinking of? The blueprint for it. All right. I would like to do some story as well. It is, yeah, 9:30 in the morning, so we're not going to be doing any sort of nighttime mission for a good long time. Our next story mission is Observatory. Roe believed that the observatory and its GRE databases had been destroyed during the bombing. I want to check it out. Yeah, it's a level 3 thing. What is this here? Oh, yeah, I didn't like that quest at all. And then this is actually level 6. Wow. Okay. And I'm what? Oh, I am level 6. Well, hold on. Where would this be? This is back in the old world. Yeah. No, then I won't do that. Okay. Story quest it is. Don't hit the thing. Crud. Attack! Oh, what the fuck? Hold on, my thing. So my weapon broke, is what happened there. Okay.
Can't miss.
So, okay, there's a few different things happening here. First of all, the lighting is making it actually pretty difficult to see here because it's like the sun is coming, but we're still shrouded in shadow. This is a real-world lighting condition that I've encountered in the real world. Also, we've got this hag that is just completely wrecking me because I can't see where she's coming from, and she doesn't seem very interested in attacking any of those guys. My weapon broke. Fuck. The flashlight would help some. I don't know how to deal with her. Crap! Like, every single time that she's hit me, I have tapped the dodge button, I think, several frames too late. And these guys, these assholes, still coming. Oh, just mashed his face into the spike. Okay, that's not helpful to me. Okay, where is she even? Is that her? So I need a faster weapon. Hit! Did she? Okay, that doesn't feel satisfying at all. She ran into the barrel and committed suicide. I didn't beat her. She gave up because she was bored. It sucks. Hello to Patikin. Hello to Patikin. And hello to Hickey. I must have missed Hickey earlier today. Patikin, how was the second episode of Control? Hold on. Let's have a medicine since I'm not currently in combat. Let's see if the inhalers. The inhalers, they seem that they have a shorter animation. Yeah, it's interesting that the very bright sky combined with like the shadowed area here and like this big streak of sunlight made it much more difficult to see in this area than it would otherwise have been. And I actually really like that because I've had that experience of like being in that environment in the real world. And I like seeing it replicated in games. Watch Dogs, the modded version of Watch Dogs that I played on PC, did the same thing. It's like a high dynamic range lighting. It really not HDR lighting, but the gosh, what's it called? I am completely forgetting what it's called. I'm going to move on. We still want to go to the observatory. Fun as always, says Patikin. Got some more abilities again. Oh, by the way, so Patikin, I had a question. At one point I tuned in today and you hit an area that looked like it hit like 3 frames per second, and you went into your options menu, and then when you came, oh wait, you guys, there was a mural thing. I have to go right back down. I saw the mural basket just as I was riding. And then you went into the options menu, and then when you came back out, it was fine again. Has that been happening? Just random frame rate drops? Jaws. Also, can we see what it is? I guess. Let's look at it in the collections. Graffiti. Jaws. Stay vigilant and watch your back. Yeah, it looks a lot better from there than where I am, which is here. Harder to make out. Patikin saying some weird thing happening randomly, but he just pauses and unpauses and then it's fine. I also agreed with you, Patikin, about the map in Control. The map in Control... Patikin, here's my theory. I think that the map in Control is almost... I think it might be intentionally obtuse to require you to pay attention to the signage that there is up around the world. You want to use the map to say, I'm here, and I want to go there. So, how do I, like, chart that, and which direction should I be headed? I think that the developers of the game... They specifically want the environment in Control, which I don't want to go into a lot of... I can't believe I built 2 of these. So stupid. It's Mohawk Hammer in there. I think that they want that space to be intentionally a little bit difficult to comprehend. And what they want is, like, oh, I need to go to, like... I'm just going to make things up because I don't want to spoil anything. District B. And what they want you to do is use the map to figure out, like, generally what zones you need to go through, and then look for the signage in the world that says, oh, first to get to District B, I need to go through the cafeteria, and then from the cafeteria into the cubicle zone or whatever. I think, like, that's my guess. I don't know. It's not like Remedy has a lot of other games that have, like, maps in them, so I could be just completely wrong.
So, you ready to talk history now?
I didn't realize it was this guy. Sure.
I can try.
Good. Let's start with one of the defining moments of our history. A tragic event that had such...
Oh, can
event went down...
Okay, so we know what it's not. I'm gonna go with the chemical bombings.
That would be the chemical strikes on the city 11 years ago.
Correct. On January 6th, 2025, at 0800 hours, the Butcher, Colonel Williams, decided to use a newly discovered chemical compound, the THV Gen Mod, to stop infection. Hope of reclaiming control of the city turned to tragedy. Millions of residents were killed. It also caused terrifying mutations of the infected, turning them into what we now call specials. The chemicals are still active today. Don't get near them. I mentioned the March massacre before. Any clue what happened on this day?
Maybe that's what I was thinking about. I think it was this one.
The army killed 64 civilians protesting against weapons confiscation.
You actually have been paying attention. This is correct. This shooting was the beginning of escalation of riots in the city, which finally led to the fall of General Pratt and Colonel Williams taking over. The army confiscated all the guns and ammo. It all started there, south of Houndfield, by the monument of the World Art Congress. The last question. Let's go for a moment out of Villador, taking a global perspective. Before mutating, THV was simply known as Haran virus. Haran is where it all started. But do you remember when the Haran events happened?
So I'm going based on like what the year that the game came out, which is, oh, unless it was in the future. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I'm gonna go with this.
In early spring, 2014.
Bravo! I'm impressed, young man. Indeed. The virus emerged during Haran's Global Athletic Games in 2014 and went dormant after the city was quarantined. It was subsequently turned into an exclusion zone by the GRE. I remember those would-be games. I even took a week off to watch them. My country had many medal prospects. No one expected it would become hell on Earth. But that's the part everyone knows and never talks about, since it's what caused the fall. I commend you on your knowledge, young man. Never stop seeking more. And never forget, we're always just a few burning history books away from darkness. Here's a small token of my appreciation. Should teach you a bit about one of my favorite parts of the city. The catacombs.
The catacombs. Okay, I would like to build, so this is a craft master. So he allows me to build things. Oh, maybe I found a can.
Get a load of my merchandise, buddy.
Not, well, I don't want to craft. I actually just want to upgrade, and I can upgrade this to the best version of itself. Okay, but I can't build it because I need... Oh, you guys, I'm actually running low on scraps.
That was quite a pleasure.
I thought I would have infinite scraps in this game. Patigan is hoping that they will fix the map in Control 2. I will say this, if the goal, if the goal was to create a map that was intentionally difficult to parse, it wasn't a popular choice because a lot of people either seem to not get it at all, and I sort of consider myself among them. Oh, really? Wow, I thought that the city district was this area. I didn't realize that anything would be out here. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead in this direction. I said what I said about the map because I remember reaching a point of frustration with it where I was like, wait a second, maybe you're supposed to be frustrated. Maybe this is like... Maybe it's intentional, and I started to realize that I could, like, look at the world and look at the signage and find my way around that way. But, yeah, as Patigan says, there's times when you still don't have a good sense of how to get to someplace. And Control is not a game of, like, navigational mystery. You're sort of supposed to be able to do it. The challenge level of the game is rarely about how do I know where to go, but rather what are you likely to find when you get there. We're not going to pay any attention to that flickering texture, because the rest of the game looks so good. Also, it's very distressing on the eyes. Boutique windmill. Okay, hold on. Is that right here? Wait, let me look on the map to make sure that we can do it. We can. Yes, I have enough stamina. All I need is a way up. All right, let's go. Crud. Oh, I'm on a swing bar. So yeah, Patikin, I agree with you. Like, I maintain that Fallen Order. Whoops, I'm a little bit too late there. Jedi Fallen Order still has one of the best maps that I've encountered in a game. I never had difficulty figuring out where to go or where I was trying to be. Oh, there's a rope there. Hold on. I need to get my stamina back. Okay, now we know that we want to jump to the rope. Okay, we got up. Okay, that went well so far. I'm gonna create a save state, except that doesn't exist in this game. Okay, that was probably one of the easier ones. I think I just got lucky in looking at the right spot. I feel like most of the times when I've had difficulty with the windmills, it's either been I physically can't do it because I didn't know that I needed a certain stamina level, or I just didn't look in the right direction at the right time. And then it's like, oh, this is so easy. So I feel like this time I just looked in the right direction. Patikin, when is... I'm sorry that you've said this. Summer Games Fest, because I know you're going to be covering that. When is that going to happen? And while Patikin is, like, getting that information or posting it in chat... So, Patikin covers a lot of the... I mean, I might be able to do this. Patikin covers a lot of the gaming shows and stuff that happens on his channel, where he does, like, watch-throughs of it, and he does commentary while they're doing it, but it's done in a really good way, where if you want to watch the show, Patikin isn't talking over the presenters. He sort of just shares his thoughts.
Thanks for your help.
It was nothing, sir.
I heard the place you're looking for was destroyed. I'm sorry.
Thanks. But sorry isn't much consolation.
I know, son, but I might be able to help you out. I'll get back to you.
Okay, I don't know what this map icon represents, but if it's kill a specific zombie, I can probably do that. Because I'd like to think I can.
I see you picked up some of my old gear. You know what I'm referring to, right? Those bows. Let me guess. You found them in one of my old hunting grounds. But don't worry. I'm not upset or anything. Actually, I'm impressed. Not many people can get into those places. Look, I'll make this quick. Haven't got much time. We hunt down rare mutations. They're extremely dangerous. Probably escape some special GRE labs, or who knows? Maybe hell itself. Doesn't matter anyway. What matters is the mark, my target. I track it down, eliminate it, and move on to the next one. Came here to hunt down this thing we call the Hag. You fought a Banshee before, right? Well, this beauty is much faster and much tougher. And totally unaffected by daylight. It lies low somewhere, but doesn't stay that way for long.
I was gonna ask if I could rifle through her stuff, but it doesn't appear to me that I can. Note to Aiden. Wait, I'm Aiden. She wrote me a note? Let's go to collectibles. Here. The Villador Offer of Tourism presents The History of the Catacombs. The world's great metropolises have always struggled with the problem of burying their dead. Many turn to the same solution as Villador, the construction of a vast network of underground crypts, the catacombs. Adapted from former mining tunnels in the 12th century, they would stretch several dozen kilometers if laid end to end, and it is believed that over 500,000 people have been laid to rest in them. Legend has it that priceless treasures can be found among the graves of the catacombs, and that secret tunnels extend to the outskirts of the city. I feel like I read that part. So, I feel like we picked up something called Note to Aiden, and now I don't see it. Lots of safe codes. I like those. Note to Aiden. Okay, it is right here. Here we go. For some, I guess I didn't scroll down. Map of areas where Shin Shu hunted. I don't know how to pronounce that second part. I hope I don't have to remember this. And then, Aiden, if you're reading this, just a heads up, I left several notes throughout the city. You see, I've been doing a lot of thinking and thinking recently, and, well, I want to get it all off my chest somehow. Anyway, I think the info they contain could prove invaluable to you, so keep your eyes peeled, and good luck out there, Pilgrim. If it's so invaluable, you just hand them to me. You hand me the letters, don't hide them in the city. Okay, Oh,
come on. Don't just stand there like that.
A huntress and a hag. In this chapter... Wait, I don't want to... Is this DLC something? In this chapter, you will assist Shen Shu, a huntress, in her mission to track down and hunt a mutated Banshee variant, the Hag. I've been calling all the Banshees Hags, apparently. Oops. Her bounties will teach you the way of the hunter, how to defeat enemies from range, and by using tracks. You'll find mutation samples by interacting with Hag tracks and hunting grounds found around the city. Beware, you'll encounter bandits there, and some of them have unknowingly become plague bearers. Identify them by using Survivor Sense when close by. Weaker variants of the Hag also tend to appear around the hunting grounds. Shen Shu offers her own mission tickets, and her mission will take you to the nest of her mark. Track down the Hag in this forgotten metro station, but take your time, as it is filled with dangerous infected. Stealth might be a safer approach.
I'm telling you, it's refreshing to meet someone who's not a coward.
I mean, I'll stab people with the spear. Why not?
You'll get the mark.
Precise. So I do not have the precise aiming skill at this time. Just in case I come across Hag tracks, we might as well... Oh, can I only do 2?
I can't do everything myself, so I'm counting on you.
Okay.
Care to see what we hunters have to offer?
Okay, I like the idea of additional optional content that we can do, but I'm not going to focus on this for right now. I am going to grab these darts. Oh, no, I'm not. I thought they were glowing, but they're just flickering in the sunlight. Also, Patikin is saying... Patikin is saying, don't light yourself on fire. He's also saying that there's going to be 2 to 3 shows each day starting this Thursday. So, yeah, twitch.tv/Patikin. And I will definitely be looking forward to checking those out. Because I'm always curious. Oh, you know what else? They did a... one of the patches that they released for this game... apparently improved the performance of, like, one of the fog effects. I guess, like, high-level fog had some bugs that Digital Foundry had picked out, I think way back when it came out. One of the recent patches had resolved that. So, we do have a reason to stop here at night. Okay. We have our quest 83 meters ahead, but in a rare turnabout, I do try to avoid this whenever I can, but I've been hopefully quietly drinking water this entire time, and I have to use the restroom. So I'm going to run, hopefully, a quick ad break. I will be right back, and we will see you on the other side. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Hopefully through the magic of editing, if you're watching the VOD, that was just over in the blink of an eye. I do my very best to not have breaks during the stream, but this time it's like, I really want to do this story mission, and taking a quick break is the way we're going to get to do that. Is this a... Yes, push aside. Thank you all for your patience.
Luan, yeah, you were right. Only ruins left. Luan? Hey, Major Matt? Aiden here.
Aiden, good to hear you, son.
You said maybe you could help me out. I'd like to ask how.
Not over the radio. Come to the ship. To the main HQ. I'll be there soon myself.
All right.
Yeah, don't touch that. We knew this already.
What the?
What the f... Let's get the hell out of here, Greg.
Hey! Wait!
Stay away!
Hey! What the fuck just happened here?
Well, was that not the way that I was... I didn't have to take a break afterwards. Hold on, everybody! Centrifugal Force whispers hello and sorry she's more absent than normal lately due to rotating work schedules. Force, it is wonderful to have you in here under any circumstances. I've been thinking a lot about you recently and just hoping that you're doing well. I hope work is going well. I hope, I know that at one point there was some, like, uncertainty about your living situation moving forward. Seriously, it's wonderful to see you. I hope that your spring and into summer now is going well. Follow the checkpoints as quickly as possible. Why not? Force, thank you so much for the resubscription, too. Force just... It's a 2-year anniversary, you guys. Force just resubscribed for 2 years. Okay, this might have been a little overkill. Okay, hi. Force, seriously, thank you so much. Oh, okay. Also, Force, another thing that made me think of you recently is that Jurassic World Evolution... What the hell? Jurassic World Evolution is going to be on... it's going to be free on Game Pass, I think it is, coming up. So I was like, oh man, I bet... I don't know... I don't know, that was the one that you streamed, wasn't it? Okay, what was that? Was that... Bronze medal. I can do that a lot faster. This is not one of the super tricky ones. If anything, the rule on this one is don't use the wingsuit because you're not supposed to. Forrest is saying, I'm still in my current apartment. I love it so much I couldn't leave. Financially, it's very feasible as I try to live well below 30%, but sometimes the Pokemon cards call my name. No spoilers. How are people liking the new Spider-Man Spider-Verse? The only thing I know, Forrest, is that it's gotten excellent reviews, and I think it had a blockbuster opening. That's what I heard about it, but I have not seen it yet myself. I would certainly like to see it. I don't actually know that I want to see it in theaters. Like, set aside every other thing, I really liked the last Spider-Verse movie. Like, very, very much. Due to the art style, I'm not sure that I would enjoy seeing it on a big screen as much. I think that, seeing that at home under different lighting conditions probably worked better for me personally. But that's not a reflection of the quality of the movie. That's just sort of like what how I sort of feel about the animation, I think. Which still, it feels like I'm like making a dig on it, but no, I just feel like there's movies that you definitely want to see in the theater. Avatar being a really good example. So what did I get there? Gold. Yeah, see, it was just doing it a little bit faster. By the way, gold by like 3 full seconds. Proceed. Yeah, Forrest is saying that it was Evolution 2 that she streamed. If you like theme park simulators, get Jurassic World 1. If you like games like Zoo Tycoon, get Jurassic World 2. I think we have both. I'd have to double check for us. Also, yeah, we haven't had a chance to talk to you for a while. I don't know on what platform you have Jurassic World anything, but the big summer sale is still happening over at Epic, and you can get 25% off any, well, there's like limitations in how much they cost, but if you're missing any expansions or anything for Jurassic World Evolution, it might be a good time to pick them up because of that sale. Here? Also, oh yeah, Force. We did a whole stream series of Anno 1800 and finally finished the campaign on like the moderate difficulty. I'd done it on like what do they call it? They call it like normal, advanced, and expert. I'd done it on normal a couple times, so I was like, let's go for the achievement to get advanced, and got that one done.
Halt! Biomarker.
Here.
Report to Meyer in dispatch. The commander is on his way back from the field.
Does Matt often go out on field missions?
Used to be. He was hardly ever on the ship. Always in the field, always helping. That's why I joined the Peacekeepers. But lately, Matt's been acting weird. I'm not sure what that's about. It's been this way since before Old Villador and the Renegade attack there. Now this bullshit with the withdrawal, I don't get it. Whatever's going on, I hope he addresses the men soon. Helps us understand this bullshit withdrawal.
He's probably got his reasons.
Whatever they are, innocent people are gonna get killed. But go see Meyer.
Force has to go. Force, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate the... I love having you here to like check in and let us know how things are going. In addition to that, thank you very much for the resub, and I hope that shopping and dinner both go very well.
Thanks.
I thought he was going to say more.
Check your infection level.
In a year, you'll be addressing me as
Real coffee. Or
Just make...
Hey, where's dispatch?
There. All right, men. We take care of the UV lamps and head back to base. It should be on point, fast, and easy. Go, go, go.
They've already attacked 2 of our camps.
What about the dude whose entire face was covered in blood?
If you could intervene, why'd you leave in the first place? This is bullshit. Wasn't your father some famous war hero? I bet he's rolling over in his grave.
Watch your mouth, civilian. Things are tough all over. You know that.
Want something from me? Ah, you. I remember you from the canteen.
Yeah, I guess.
From the fight in the canteen?
Maybe.
Don't sweat it. You can really hold your own. I respect that. Aiden, right? Commander told me to brief you about faction matters. Missy welcomes you.
Who's Missy?
It's the name of the ship you're standing in. She played a key role during the revolution. Missy was meant to deliver drugs, masks, and other critical medical supplies, then return home. But by then, home was gone. She and her crew had nowhere to go.
And what about now?
Now, she serves as PK headquarters in Command Central. All directives are issued from right here.
Smart. Easier to defend than a building.
Exactly.
What did those survivors want?
Talking about our little argument? They want what everyone wants. Safety. Which I understand. But we have to keep our eye on the bigger picture here. And it pisses me off when people mention my father.
Just before we go, I'm alerting everybody in advance that just flash forward to the next episode where I'm just asking who's Missy, that I will have forgotten that that's the name of the ship.
I don't mean to pry, but what's the deal with your father?
This again? Since you're new here, I'll tell you the short version. Classic story. Saved a bunch of his fellow soldiers, some civilians, and got a medal.
When was this?
Long time ago. Back when people were only fighting each other, and not each other and infected at the same time.
So is he why you joined the military?
Pretty much.
He must have been very proud.
Sure. Why not?
Where is Matt?
In the field. He came across a lead in Old Villador. You gotta wait. See that board? I got plenty that needs doing and not enough men. You wanna pick up some of our slack? We pay well.
Medic, hurry!
Fuck, that's Major Matt. Something's happened.
Make room!
Clear the way! He's bleeding out!
Fuck! Hader's in really bad shape.
Save him! You
Take
hear
him to the infirmary!
Don't let
Summon the
him
medics!
die.
We have to save him. Hang on, Aitor. We won't let you go. You hear me? Get moving.
Better hope Ader survives. We lost too many people in Old Villador. Jack will do all he can to find out who did this.
Yeah, didn't I do it? Or did I misunderstand that cutscene? So, first of all, I honestly thought he was dead. I hadn't talked about Aitor, but my memory is that Aiden like... So, I'm trying to remember the specifics of it, but he sort of like hulked out, and when he woke up, everybody was dead. So, I don't actually know that it was Aiden, but I feel like it was. Maybe this was many weeks ago for me right now, but that's... It's interesting to me that Aiden doesn't have any sort of like a verbal reaction to this. Because I thought that dude was dead, and when she's like, oh, we have to find out who did this, I'm like, oh no, I think I might have. Okay, yeah, so we've certainly got a bunch of stuff. Like, look at this can opener. Sell this and this. Oh yeah, those were the ones that I made by accident. This white stopgap machete, we don't need that. The best bow that I have, I'm still gonna hold on to. Let's sell this uncommon plumber's hammer, because that's not very good. Unique long axe, I might hold on to that. We've got two of these, they're identical, except that one does slightly more damage. Yeah, actually, yeah. So we're gonna get rid of this.
It ain't no dead man's
Let me sell
chest,
all
but
my
I'll take it.
valuables. And then... hold on. Before I buy or sell any gear, because I've made this mistake multiple times, let's look. So we do have some new gloves. Level 5 gloves. Stamina cost for two-handed weapons. So we'd be moving from 8 to 5.5, but everything else is green, and we get more armor. So, yeah, we're going to switch out for that glove. And then we've got some arm guards. Probably nothing else really better. Wait, is this... Hold on. Yeah, no, we want to sell this one, because the one that I'm wearing... We don't get the plus 0.3... but we get better survivor sense range, and I don't care that much about the stamina cost. Yeah, I like the weapons that we have, thanks. Or, sorry, and then pants. Seems very unlikely that I'm going to find better pants in here. No, okay, so let's go ahead and sell all that stuff. I don't know what the maximum amount of gear that you can carry is, but I don't see any reason to hold on to this stuff.
Gimme, gimme. Just the treasure I was searching for.
Okay, so I'm just making sure. I want to be careful not to accidentally...
That's what I call some nice booty.
Sell the thing I'm actually wearing. I don't know if this might be a super obscure cut for people, but Game Informer used to do... Oh, I didn't check my shoes. How are these shoes? Well, they're not tank shoes. No gear armor. More XP. More parkour XP. Healing effectiveness is up. Damage on parkour text. Yeah, no, we're just going to sell this. I'll keep my level 3 sneakers.
Catch you next time.
Game Informer used to do what they called Super Replay, which would be a full replay of usually some games that were relatively old, like comparatively old. At one point in the Mega Man Legends playthrough, Tim Turry went to sell off all of his unwanted gear and accidentally sold off all of his gear. Everything, including the things that were currently equipped. And I'm not even sure that he got anything back for it. Like, I'm trying to remember, but like he wound up being like a super deep hole where he had to do a lot of grinding to get back all of the, to get enough money or stuff, whatever you needed, in order to get back up to the level of gear that he had before everything got sold. It derailed the playthrough, but in the best possible way. And although I think that most modern games are not programmed that way, okay. Yeah, there's nothing in here for us to loot, I don't think.
The Missy was sinking. Wiping out all the PKs. Woke up sweating like a pig.
Oh, I wanted to slide down the stairs for maximum pain. It didn't quite work out.
And these are the consequences.
Wonder why he's hiding it like that.
If I had as many enemies as he did, I'd be hiding it too. Even if he decided to step down, he could take his place.
No, Stephen. No filthy herb grubber will decide my husband's fate. Is that why you got a medical degree? To go running to quacks for magic cures?
Listen, we don't have medicine. Herbs are our only chance.
My husband has fought for you for years. You must get medicine for him, not some herbs that might poison him. Time to go, kids.
How is he?
Aitor is strong, but he needs medicine, and that, unfortunately, we don't have. We did the best we could with what we have. After the chemical attack, some plants gained healing properties. They work like an antibiotic. But still, people here have strong opinions about healers, but you can hardly blame them. The folk healers give sound advice, but it can prove difficult to follow correctly. Misremember something, gather the wrong herb, or use the wrong dosage, and instead of medicine, you administer poison. Which has happened plenty.
Because if somebody messes up one of the steps of the recipe, it could kill him.
Exactly. But it's enough to listen carefully to the healer's instructions and follow them. The herbalist I know, she's talented. She's Aitor's only hope.
And what's his wife's problem?
Superstitions die hard. Margaret has helped many people everywhere. Some just don't want to admit it.
Think I can help?
You'd be doing us a big favor. What happened in Old Villador is terrible. We've lost so many people. As far as I know, Aitor is our only witness.
So if he dies, we don't find out what happened there.
Exactly.
Where can I find this healer?
On COVID Island. Don't worry. You can trust Margaret.
But I can't trust COVID Island. Talk to Margaret the healer. I was looking for confirmation on the spelling of COVID Island, because it sounds like not a place that I'd want to hang out. So, now I'm concerned that I've misremembered the story. I thought that Aitor went... You guys remember the scene where, like, we went into, like, the tunnel because we were trying to forge our way back to Central Villador, and, like, we came under attack, and I'm pretty sure it was Waltz? Yeah, that was where Waltz, like, hulked out and, like, beat the crap out of everybody, and then... I thought he did something too. Gosh, this has been a while. But I thought Aitor was killed, and, like, he's down now. He didn't get better, come back here, and then go off on a different, unrelated mission. Like, at this moment, pending like some new information, I feel like what's going to happen is that he's going to wake up, see Aiden, be like, "Oh my God, get away from me!" Like Aiden's the one that did it to him, because I want to say that like Waltz attacked everybody, but like knocked Aiden out, and then when Aiden woke up, there were some bandits there, and Aiden wound up like hulking out and going into crazy zombie mode, and then when he woke up, that was when he saw like a whole pile of not only the bandits, but the peacekeepers. And I thought that Aitor was among them. Let's pick tap right bumper twice when you hit the ground with an active landing. I'm concerned that I'm not going to remember to do that, but I feel like it's going to be necessary for some of the more advanced parkour challenges. Okay, so we stopped by a merchant. I don't need to see a craftmaster. She had said, like, hey, do you want to check our board for things to do? But, oh wait, I have unused inhibitors. This is new information. Yeah, let's get our health up. Maybe I shouldn't have done this in public. That's only just started happening recently, the whole pain flummox from taking the inhibitors. It doesn't seem to be going well with whatever previous experiments were performed on Aiden. Okay, so Margaret the Healer is 500 meters this way. It is... Oh, it's 10 a.m. I was going to say, if we're going to encounter... I did actually want to stop by a craftmaster. That's okay. Here's what we'll do. I want to put in... Oh, actually, I kind of have my best weapon in here. Then let's modify this one. We're going to give it an... You know, we've never had a pure electric thing. It's always had some fire on it. Oh, and this is why. I mean, but why not? We just want to have the absolute best amount of damage that we can. Okay, engine bludgeon. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Well, that's not... I gotta say, I don't hate the feeling of the... Oops. Sorry, I just before I smacked him to death, I recognized the fact that he had an arrow squarely between his eyes. Like, I guess it was stuck into his mask, but it still couldn't have felt very good. Also, are these the plague bearers? Here's what I always assumed. That they, for some reason, were carrying like a chemical pouch, and that when you kill them, the chemical pouch bursts. But now, yeah, it's the ones that are glowing green. Oh, hold on. I just want to examine. Oh, we get our arrow back? Yeah, man. Now I like ranged weapons even more. Sorry, actually, where did this fight just take place? It was over here, yeah? Yep. Use our survivor sense to reclaim any of those arrows that we fired off. Okay. Oh, that was a hag track. All right. I don't know that I want to try to get up there with what I've got. Oh, yeah, but I do want to do this. That's exactly the sort of thing that I would check the map for.
Help me, please.
You rang.
What's the matter?
I'm Hugh, and you're the pilgrim who turned on the electricity, right?
Word travels fast.
Mm-hmm. And word is you help people.
Sometimes. Is that why you called me?
I need help. My kid went off the water tower earlier and hasn't come back. I'm worried.
How long has he been gone?
About 6 hours now.
That's a long time.
Wouldn't normally worry. Oh, he's such a strong kid. Built like an ox. But it's been such a long time.
How old's your son?
Doesn't matter. I just want my kid back. I would take care of it myself, but there are 3 young children waiting for me at home. I can't leave them unattended.
Okay, I'll take a look for you.
It's not safe here. Let's meet in my place after you found him. It's down on Lower Dam Promenade.
I get a weird feeling that this guy's not dealing with me square. Okay, so I did change this to be the quest that we're working on. Thought I'd make it over. Didn't quite. Oh, I think we have one to, like, hunt enemies with a spear. Also, I seem to have forgotten how to do the drop, not the drop kick, just like the regular kick when you're falling on somebody, the fall kick. That was early too. That's vault kick, true. Air kick. Yeah, hold left bumper to execute. I want you guys to know, I've tried to do that multiple times in this episode and have failed every single time. Oh, hold on. Just anybody. I know the sensible thing was throw the spear at the big guy, but I don't know if that counts towards the quest. Okay, I didn't dodge quickly enough on that one. Okay. 2,600 mutation samples. I hope I don't miss the opportunity to do this as a bounty. Oh, that is... Hold on. Maybe I can hit this with my flash binoculars? Yeah, isn't that where we're headed? I think it is. Interesting. I actually have not entered a Dark Zone game. I'm going right past it. But I'll be back later. Wow. I'm not kidding right now. I really like discovering things like this just randomly. What do we think this is like? 1:18. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Follow the checkpoints as quickly as possible. Patikin's gotta go lurk. Patikin, thank you again for the raid, for the awesome stream earlier today. Thank you for being life. I hope that we will see you again tomorrow. And yeah, you guys don't forget about Patikin's Patikin's coverage of Summer Games Fest starting on Thursday. Okay, I probably shouldn't have jumped there. I feel like it slowed me down, actually. Maybe shouldn't have jumped on the ladder there either. Okay, in what world did I not hit that, though? Oh, you know what I didn't do? I had to, like, swing across. There we go. All right, so this is definitely going to be a redo, but that's fine. Expecting to get these on the very first try. Oh, shit. Yeah, I didn't realize it was... Wait, how do I get down there now? Here. B. Whoops. Yeah, definitely a redo. Oh, you know what? A wall run up there would probably work. Unless it doesn't! Oh, I shot right past that. Patigan says good night. Yeah, Patigan, have a great night. Really, thank you very much. I will look forward to your stream tomorrow. Also, I'll say this. If I were like keeping a death counter, I would not count a death. Seriously? Wait, how did I do this last time? Did I come around this way? Well, if I didn't, that would have been a better way to do it. Now, don't... Yeah, I maybe that's not better. I wanted to specifically not jump at the end of that because I felt like it slowed me down. And then now I'm not convinced that climbing was better. Okay, so this time I want to... Yup, much better than last time. Shit. Okay, so I need to hit that... I need to hit that much higher. The, I think of it like a pole vault, whatever the hell that thing is. I need to hit that much, much, much higher because I didn't have the height for it. Let's cancel. I'm going to give it another shot. I feel like this one is within my skill set. Okay, better. Much worse, much worse. What did I do? Oh, I didn't hit that one. Okay. New plan.
Come on, I only just enlisted. Tell me some slack.
Okay, now I need to catch the one that I didn't get. This one. Jeez. What a weird one that is. Okay, that was better. That was just a little hop instead of like a big jump. Okay, this is where I screwed up before, so this time much more height. Okay, I'd like a little bit more height if I could avoid like having to do the climb, but otherwise... Up. I need to figure out how to do that faster. So... Okay, that's easier than I was making it out to be before. And now... I mean, shit. Was that gold? Silver. How much did I miss it by? 3 seconds. Meh, 4. Call it 4 seconds. I feel like I can still do this, though. So this time, pull a hard left, because I got to go up here. And now we go this way. Okay. Wall run into a small hop. Small hop. Good enough. Maybe I'm wrong about that being faster than the ladder. Keep going. Now, this, I've got to figure out a way to do this and not, like, take up a bunch of time. There we go. I don't actually know where to go. Go forward! We actually crushed it. What was the minimum? 118? Yeah, we did that in 113 and change. So that was way better.
I'll give you money. Just let me go.
Yes, here. Oh, well, but I mean, I assume I have to go in this way. Maybe I'm... Oh, hi, everybody. Okay, maybe the guys in the other room won't have been alarmed. Sound doesn't propagate much when there's corpse stench in the air. That's what I've learned. This is a dangerous way to start thinking, but with the weekly bounties and stuff, it really is like, man, I should make sure that I play this more often. Like, we've done so much towards, like, getting the mutation samples, for example, or, like, the number of things that I've collected. What is it, like 500 items to collect in this stream? Or to get the bounty? And it's like, I don't want to lose that progress, but I also don't want to, like, only play... Oh, hi. Wow. Okay, this is a lot of dudes. Okay, that's... So, this bludgeon, I really forgot how stamina effective this bludgeon is. I've used some other two-handed weapons, including, like, even that katana. The katana was awesome. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the style of it, but that sucker took up more stamina than heaving around this giant engine block. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I'll say this just super quickly. I've not even seen any ads or anything for Stars on Mars. I only know the premise. And although garbage reality shows is a particular, what's it called? Like, it's an acquired taste that I have long ago acquired. There are, like, just really awful ones that are just, like, they're not fun at all. And I don't have any idea on whether or not this one's going to be fun or not. Get it. Okay. Yes. Drop down. Even though I've rarely found a need to climb back up, every single time I kick down what would ultimately be a shortcut to get back up, I feel good. That's where my dopamine level is. You hit like a climbing checkpoint and now you're not going to have to do the hard part of that again. Not that it was that hard. I like that every single time. You know, it was a game that was really good at that. It was either Assassin's Creed 2 or Brotherhood. I think it was Brotherhood, just because Brotherhood did so many things that were good. There would be these not catacomb, but like these puzzle rooms, very, very Tomb Raider-y, and every once in a while, as you were navigating the puzzle to get through this area, like Ezio would kick down a block or knock down a pillar or something. It's like, and he would actually say, you know, I can use this to get back up again if I need to. And it was just like, okay, you did that part, and the game respects you enough to not make you have to do it again. It's not here to waste your time. It's like, okay, you figured that out. Now, here's my question. Do you think I can wall run along there? I bet it wants me to climb there. Here's what I want to do. I want to try to wall run it. Go get it! You stupid asshole! Why did he not grab it? That was so close to being the best. I'm not even kidding. I want to try that again. I think we can do it. Jump! Okay. I'll do it the right way the time after this. I want to try it one more time. Get it! Okay. He's not gonna grab it, is the trouble. I can touch the ladder, but because I'm coming into it on such an angle, I think that's why he won't. Wait, where am I supposed to go? I think that's why he won't grab it. This game has excellent parkour stuff, but it's just like, it's not meant to do that. You gotta approach it perpendicular to the rungs. I really wanted to do that, though. I like the fact that it lets you get close enough. I just don't think the developers were thinking, because think about it, that puzzle, that jumping section needs to be designed in a way, or at least it should be designed in a way. What does this say? Hold on, now this is going to bother me. So that you don't need that specific skill to do it. Have you seen this girl? Please contact, and then it gets sort of rubbed off. Is there a reason why so much of the writing in the game is backwards? Like, why would somebody pin up this missing poster backwards? Missing, and then it doesn't really matter what the rest of it is that it says. But there's like billboards and stuff that are straight up on backwards as well. And those seem like an advertising gimmick. Oops. But the missing posters, that's a whole other thing. The idea that people would put up missing posters, but like in mirror language. Okay. So I'm going to continue to climb. And probably on the side that's yellow, because that's how the game denotes this is something you should see with your eyes. I want to wall run it, because I feel like I can do it. Oh, no, he won't. Hold on. He will wall run, but he gets caught on that. Let me try it one more time. Jump! No. No, that's even further away than my last bad idea. Okay. I will stop trying to wall run it and doing it like a fancy boy. I see what the game wants me to do. I just don't want to do it this way. And now we'll kick it down. Now, it does look like there's more to this because we didn't make use of this rope, but I don't know where. Well, we can check it out. Oh, look, there is a thing up here. Will you swing up to it? Now, it might be that I'm not supposed to be here yet, but it could also be like a cool secret area. It could also be the escape. Let's pencil in that I might be back here, but this time being pursued. Oh, there's a ladder there. You guys, I didn't see the ladder last time. I went to jump for that. I did a big, like, arcing jump to get up to the... Oh. That was actually the end of this. I thought there was something more than just a chest. I'm glad I came back. Okay, so I did not climb up to the top of this to now jump down. But I think I know what to do. Hold on, can I do this in a way that doesn't... Okay, I just went the complete wrong way. I just popped up, I think, real quick to say, hey, once you complete this activity, all the loot will disappear, but... Damn it! I'm so close on this one, and I'm like 1 degree off. There we go. Oh my... Whoa! Hold on. A lot just happened in chat. Oh my goodness. You guys, I'm so sorry. Hard Luck Hank. Thank you very much for the raid. I'm sorry I didn't notice straight away. We were doing like a jumping puzzle. Riot Girl, hello to you. A raid by Hank and Associates. Enjoy this raid by Raiders raiding the stream who is now raided. You guys, this is awesome. Thank you so much. Hello to Hard Luck Hank, Killa KTTV. Oh no, I'm gonna fail at this one. S.A. Isekai Senpai. Hopefully that's pretty close. Greetings, friend. We come in peace. Yeah, you guys, I'm Ferrum Hank. So yeah, you guys, this is awesome. And thank you very much to Markwack for the cheer. Yes, I was doing a jumping puzzle to get up here and didn't see the raid right away. We are friendly mostly. As am I. Oh my goodness, a raid train is close. Wow. Isekai Senpai, thank you so much for the subscription. You guys, hold on. I think at a minimum, I need to do a shout out because I want to know what Hank was playing. Hold on just 1 second. Let's do a shout out for, oops. Hard Luck Hank 77. Oh, was also playing Dying Light 2. So, yeah, I am playing it for the very first time. Oh my goodness. Hard Luck Hank, thank you very much for the cheer. Played the same thing. And Riot Girl, you guys, thank you so much. This is shockingly generous for a brand new raid. I very much appreciate it. We have now been just propelled all the way into a hype train. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. So, Hard Luck Hank, are you also playing it for the first time? I was climbing up to the top of this water tower. I think I came here looking for a kid who I guess I may or may not find once I turn this. Yeah, I think I accidentally failed to find the lost boy on the way up. Hopefully we'll have a chance. Hopefully when we say goodbye to all the loot that I didn't get, we don't say goodbye to the boy I forgot to get. Oh, a sign. So, you guys, so Hard Luck Hank, I'm not sure like how far you're in, but I don't think that the storyline was expecting me in the first zone to side with the Peacekeepers, but I felt like, oh my goodness, Hard Luck Hank is also now subscribed with Prime. You guys, thank you very, very much. Hard Luck Hank is playing it for the first time, but past you. Yeah, so in the first zone, I personally felt like the survivors had kind of misled me, and therefore I wound up giving, like, whatever thing it is that you assign over there, I had actually given over to the Peacekeepers instead. And now in this story, it seems like it's worked really hard for me to develop a relationship with the Peacekeepers. But I'm like, yeah, they already seem pretty cool. Like, I liked Aitor, for example, so I got on really well with him. So I've probably given more stuff to the Peacekeepers than to the survivors. But let me look here. I like airbags. Brings water to the zone. Oh, well, both of these bring water to the zones. Electrical traps seem pretty cool. Then again, so the only thing that I'd want to get here is the, oh, that's pretty cool. The survivors will get you up. Do the Peacekeepers do that as well? No. Interesting. So I could get a crossbow pack from them, semi-automatic crossbow, and a set of blueprints for unique elemental bolts. The thing is, I actually really like the melee combat in this game. So I think I might go with the survivors on this. At least that would even it out. because having the extra airbags to fall from, the number of times that I've died from falling to my death compared to the number of times I've died from zombie bites, it's gotta be 5 to 1. I'm very clumsy. Hardluck Hank is doing a survivor playthrough for my first. I'll do all PK for the second one. After that, I might mix and match. Oh, I accidentally left my flashlight on during this cutscene. Yeah, I've mostly erred towards what I feel like is like narratively important, and now that I know more about like what the benefits are to helping out the different factions, now I'm looking at it a little bit more strategically. But yeah, that first zone, the I'm trying to remember the specifics of it because it's been a couple weeks. I don't tend to play games super quickly. But yeah, one of the survivors was like, hey, we really need your help. And then I went to help them and like, yeah, by the way, we sort of lied to you about who you were helping and how. So I might have to go all the way back to the beginning to find the lost boy. Because I don't know how to climb down from where I am.
Been planting pumpkins for years.
I'm gonna stop by that Craftmaster on the way in. So it is here, yes? Find the lost boy. Sorry, I am inside the quest area. Okay. No, hold on. It's okay. I am inside the area. Oh, is he down? Is that the secret? That's why I didn't find him. Riot's been in the hammock swinging for almost 2 hours. Fed the skeeters now, so I'm going to head out. Hope you have a great stream. Ryko, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for joining with the raid. Hold on, there's more stuff that's happened too, because now we're all the way up to level 2. It might have been Hardluck Hank's subscription with Prime. I am very looking forward to... Killer K is saying we're very passionate about zombies. I will share this. I am surprised when I see people express dissatisfaction with zombies as a source of enemies for in a game. Just because... Oh, I found him. Zombies seem like really good enemies. Like it's zombies and certain World War II enemies that I can think of just always feel good to kill. They exist for one reason, and that is to ravenously attack the living. You can't reason with them. You're not going to feel bad about them. It's not like killing dogs, right? Like in a game, if you have to kill a dog, I don't like it very much because usually the dog is just doing what it's been trained to do. But zombies aren't trained to do anything. They just run around trying to gnaw on people. So it feels like they're a good swarm enemy that, depending on the needs of the game, can be extremely tough to put down or easy to put down in large numbers. So I like zombie games.
Hey, I'm Aiden. What's your name?
Match?
I was asked to bring you home.
What about the infected up there?
There aren't any. It's safe.
Then, I'll just hang here. Tell Hugh I'll, be back later.
Look, your father wants you home. He's worried.
Hugh ain't my father. I just work for him. Like a slave. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to go back. You can't make me.
What's Hugh's real story?
Never mind. I don't want to get other boys into trouble.
No, it's okay. You can tell me.
Stay out of it, okay? It's none of your business.
Fine. I'll talk to him myself. You really want to stay here?
Sure. Not my first time alone in the city. I can take care of myself.
I bet.
Hey, Aiden. Thanks for clearing out the infected.
No problem, kid.
Yeah, in the least surprising twist so far, the guy's like, oh yeah, go find my kid. Turns out to not be on the up and up. Now, is there anything else down here worth looking for? I mean, we're here, so we might as well check it out. Jab is saying that he's pretty much over zombies. I still feel like there's a lot of space for, like, here's the thing that zombies are good for. Think about it. We've got a game like this that's all like first-person melee and combat and parkouring. great zombie game because the zombies represent an ongoing ubiquitous threat that has overrun large sections of the city. So wherever you go, you're not surprised to see like the big swarms of zombies. Then you have something like Call of Duty zombies, where to a large extent they're like cannon fodder, and they're there to like encourage like the arcade game feel of Call of Duty zombies. I haven't played it a bunch. My nephew has. He at least at one point really enjoyed it, as did my niece. Then you have something like State of Decay, a game that I've not played, but takes it into like the survival aspect of it, like survival crafting. 7 Days to Die is another good example of that, where again, zombies have overrun everything, but your way to like survive them is you got to worry about things like hunger and presumably thirst, maybe warmth. Again, I don't play a lot of these, but that. Then you'll have something like, what is it, Project Zomboid, that gets like hyper granular with, okay, let's try that one again. It's just, if not zombies, like, it's tough to think. The great thing about zombies is that they can be as fast as you need them to be, and they can be as driven and as menacing as you need them to be. As soon as you replace zombies with vampires or werewolves or World War II soldiers of a particular direction, suddenly there's a different expectation for their level of intelligence and their ability to adapt to your behavior. With zombies, the AI can afford to be extremely stupid. Now, hold on. I need to leave this place without redoing the entire tower. And I feel like I'm accidentally redoing part of the tower. Unfortunately, you guys, I've forgotten where, like, ground floor is. Is it here? Okay, yes. I only wanted to walk out. I didn't need to do the whole thing.
Just to see what
Hard Luck Hank will be back in the future. You're very right. I'd read that part. Thank you again very much for the raid. I tend to point this out when we get a raid from somebody that we're just meeting for the very first time. Bringing your community over to a brand new stream is an act of faith. You don't necessarily know where you're gonna land. You maybe see somebody that's playing a game that you like, but you don't know the tone or the attitude that you might be greeted with. And hopefully, Hard Luck Hank, you feel really good about where you landed on this one. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the Prime subscription. I really appreciate it. Jab said, if I like this game, your argument might carry more weight. The thing is, naming 1,000 games with zombies in them makes my point. They have been done to undeath. Well, I think that they've been done, like, the thing that I'm saying is that I think they've been done to that extent because they work so well in a video game setting.
Got your eye on something?
Seeing 100,000 movies with zombies, I think, would wear thin very quickly. I think there's a reason that a lot of people wound up falling off of, yeah, let's sell these things, like The Walking Dead, because it started to feel very samey after a while, up to and including for the actors that were on the show, such that some of our favorite actors and characters wind up leaving, and that you reach a point where it's like, well, now I don't feel as good about watching it because the character that I really liked is gone. With video games operate around a different... Oh. I honestly thought that was a guard. Video games operate around a different sort of like level of engagement. So I think that that's why I get tired of other zombie fiction more quickly than I might of zombie games. 1 second. I wanted to look at the journal. Oh, right. We're going to go say hello to What's-His-Face. And probably goodbye to What's-His-Face, too. I do hear somebody stumbling around behind me. Mostly what I wanted these tag tracks. Oh, I should have asked Hard Luck Hank what kind of gear he decided to go with. Like, I'm all in, tank gear, for example. Okay, I'm failing on all my blocks. Or parries, rather. I wasn't really blocking. Okay, hold on. If I can kill that hag, I'd like to do it. Oh, and hello to Dougler, who said, I heard Walking Dead. Is Drienne around? Dougler, I have not seen Drienne lately. I don't know the status of their laptop. As far as I could tell, and maybe I missed it, Drienne did not stream yesterday, which is a strong indication that their laptop is still in the shop. I've said my piece on that, unfortunately. I think that it's... Oh, wait. We can jump on this. Not to any purpose, but we can jump on it. So I want to go that way. For anybody not familiar with this particular story, Drienne Levode, awesome streamer, huge fan of the Telltale Walking Dead games, and was in the middle of a replay of it, the alternate choices playthrough. Hold on, I'm just looking to see where the edge is. And started having some technical difficulty with their laptop. It's under warranty. Sent it in for warranty. Yeah, Dougler said I meant in chat. I don't believe so, Dougler. Their work schedule has also picked up as well, but they sent it in for warranty. Allegedly, it was fixed under warranty. Got it back, still not fixed. Sent it back for warranty a second time. They fixed it, they sent it back, it seemed to be okay at first, then it immediately broke again in the exact same way. I have not heard from Drienne what the status is on the repair this time, but it is, to be blunt, it's just unconscionable the way that they're being treated on this. This very much feels like it would be a mural, but I don't see the red crate of artist tools. Okay, that was not a kick. There was no patch that came out that I know of, by the way. Like, I don't know if the super high fall kick has been broken or if I'm just suddenly failing at it, but I assure you guys, I am holding left bumper. Okay, I want to go there. Like, even like, what is it, God of War, the recent God of War game, has an enemy type, sorry, 2018 God of War, so not the most recent one. Oh, hold on. But it has an enemy type that is pretty analogous to zombies. These sort of like slower, more shambling guys that take these huge sweeping arcs at you. It's a nice, they're nice fodder enemies, I feel like.
What happened? Where's Match?
He says he's not coming back. Doesn't want to work for you anymore. What's he mean, Hugh?
None of your business.
You made it my business when you sent me after Match.
Got me there.
So what exactly are you doing with these kids, Hugh? Match seemed desperate not to come back.
Fine, I'll tell you. I'm training them to survive.
Come again?
I've taught him to steal and spy.
For you?
For anyone who pays.
Are you crazy, Hugh? If the Peacekeepers catch them, they'll have no mercy.
That's the first thing I teach them. How not to get caught. It's a fucked up world, Pilgrim. No one's gonna go easy on these orphans.
I'm living proof of that.
I teach them how to survive. Isn't that what fathers do for their children? Match doesn't understand that. Not now. He's at that rebellious age. When he makes it in the city, he'll realize it's because I prepared him.
You're not gonna go after him?
Not holding anyone here. We're family.
All right. I mean, he's not up to any... At least, I'm going to take the game at its word that he's not up to anything, like, really heinous. And the point that he makes isn't a bad one. The traditional life of going to school and playing with your friends and having summers off doesn't really apply in a situation like this. It's going to require a different style of education and a different skill set in order to make it to age 18. But yeah, Dougler is quite correct. Yeah, Drienne goes by they, them, and is also extremely understanding if, you know, people don't know that yet, or, like, I've made mistakes as well, and I always endeavor to address people in the way that they prefer. On the occasion that I'm not successful, I'm very grateful that there's people who are like, you know, we see that you're trying and that we want to do it correctly. How is Aitor's side quest? Meyer insisted that I see to it that Aitor survived because Matt would want to know exactly what happened in Old Villador. So I did misunderstand part of this story. I thought the reveal here is that the Matt I was looking for was actually Aitor's first name. Matt and Aitor are two different people. Talk to Margaret the healer. Yeah, that is what I wanted to go do. Still 200 meters away. Unless, just very quickly, is there a mural box for this? Because it could be anywhere nearby.
PKs if you don't leave me alone.
Well, I'm not bothering you, sir. Okay, I don't see anything over here. Yeah, the laptop thing is it just feels extremely frustrating that there's a straightforward fix for this problem, which is to provide Drienne a completely refurbished different unit that works properly. That's what's deserved. That's what would make this whole. They clearly can't fix the existing one, and they don't know what's wrong with it. Inhibitor container detected. This way. Be gone. Okay. Inhibitor container is close. Getting further away, though, I'll note, as I climb this. Alright, but I don't... Well, I don't know that I don't want to go up. Because up might be the way into the building to get the inhibitor container. The world works by weird rules right now. Sometimes your best way into the structure is on the roof. Although it doesn't look like it. This one's very grassy. Also, this wavy grass must be doing miraculous things to the stream quality. Anything that's like super finely detailed and moving and all over the place tends to cause some interesting artifacting. I'll tell you what, we've got an opportunity to do a couple heals here. So let me take a look around on ground level on this building. There must be some way into it to get this inhibitor container, and climbing up to the roof was not the way. No, now I'm further away.
Inhibitor container detected.
I don't know. Like, even if this is something that has to be done during at nighttime, I'd feel better if I knew... Oh boy. This is... I hope that this gets patched at some point. Because I don't feel like we saw that. We don't see it very often, to be fair. But there's definitely a few sections where there's some sort of, like, overlap on the textures, and it just doesn't look as intended. You know something? It is... The sun's about to go down, so maybe instead we'll dedicate ourselves to clearing out one of these to the extent that we can. I don't know that I'll get all 4, or however many inhibitors there are in here, but I feel like if we have the whole night to spend on it, and get a lot more done than when I try to visit one of these and it's already like 3 a.m. Oh, and also, I didn't read it aloud, but I did see when Fox McCloud was like, I love that you can have, like, one pinky toe on that cable when you do the roll, and you're able to stay on there. All I can say is that I'm grateful for it. Because otherwise, if the game wasn't that forgiving, I would be at triple the deaths that I'm actually at. Okay. Now... Here we go. Let's see if we can clear this whole area out tonight. This should bring us to the stairwell. It is nighttime. Why do we have, like, volatiles in here? It is, I'll also say this area, so far, is particularly murky. And also, that wasn't a volatile, I don't think, because otherwise I would be much more dead than I am. Okay, if we activated them, if I activated them, then they're not gonna stop. Like, they're not gonna go back to sleep. Which, you know, isn't ideal when speed is your goal. But yeah, if on the stream you guys are having difficulty, like, seeing in this area, yeah, it's very, like, dusty and foggy, like, gaseous in this area in a way that most of them aren't. And it's a cool aesthetic, it just is making it more difficult to see. Boy, we've gotten raids from, like, you know, people like other streamers that we hadn't previously met. That's one of the nicest group of people that have ever stopped by, because, like, just dropping subs and cheers and stuff. And thank you again to Markwack as well. Crud. Hold on. Wow, okay. Hold on. Get out of here, Ben. Well, anybody that wasn't asleep before, we're gonna give that to them. These guys weren't even asleep. I just realized that I backed myself into a corner by lighting that big fire. Okay, hold on. I could just really go for a recovery thing. Yeah, boy, the limited visibility is an interesting twist on this one. So you usually follow the cables. The cables lead here. Now, shit! They're not happy that I lit them on fire. I don't know if this guy's dead, by the way. Okay. Oh, the other thing I forgot to ask Hank was just whether or not he's also playing with the life bars and stuff off. I'm holding R. Hold on. I just want to know how many there are left. Okay, so that was 1 of 4. Let's listen to the tape. We've got a minute here. This one.
11 months have passed since we arrived in Villador. With us are the leaders of 6 major European countries and their combined militaries. The Council of Mankind. April 13th, 2024. GRE report on the state of the epidemic. The report is about Villador, the last major city left in the world. All others have fallen. This city is humanity's last hope. The Council of Mankind is doing its best to protect the city as the GRE studies THV in controlled circumstances. The protocol. Unrest among the citizens is growing as thousands of immigrants gather outside the walls. The military safeguards the border, but some leaders are worried the situation might escalate. Inside, crime is on the rise as supplies grow scarce. Civilians have started to form militia groups, patrolling the streets with guns. General Pratt ordered them to disband and confiscated all privately owned weapons. This led to many protests all over the city, attended by thousands. At one gathering, the military opened fire. 64 civilians were killed. People call it the March Massacre. I have reason to believe we are on a downward spiral now. I've never been religious. If there's a God, then this virus is the devil. And we are in hell.
I think there's an almost 100% chance that I'm going to have to take a inhibitor booster. So we might as well do that now, get some more time on the clock. So I don't expect to walk around the corner and find a bright UV light. Ah, crud. Yeah, what you really got to worry about, I find, is just getting them on all sides. As long as you control the space in front of you. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be locked from the inside. I remember when I was young, first of all, another thing to just know is that when I was young, zombie fiction was not a thing. The Walking Dead, zombies in games, large crowds of enemies like this, you would face ninjas, you'd face street thugs, you'd face, I'm trying to think of like other sorts of like enemy types, but what you would not, damn it. Zombies simply weren't a thing growing up. Like, just not a lot of fiction in this space. And Jabbit said earlier, by the way, like, he's over the whole post-apocalyptic thing. Sorry, there was a lot happening, but I did read that as well. And I can certainly understand that. Like, it's a very grim, how is this medium so far? There we go. It's, you know, it is by its nature extremely grim and hopeless, and it can wear thin. Like, sometimes what you want is like a, you know, a good story about happy people doing something nice. And I do sort of wonder sometimes, and this is like one of those things that, like, I'm not sure there's a deep point to make here, but what does it say about people's faith in the society around them that there's so much fiction about the complete collapse of the society around them? Jab is saying there's a lot of self-published books on Amazon about zombies. Yeah, I've read at least a couple of them. The ones that I've read, and I do want to stress only the ones that I've read, are fucking awful. Like, really, really bad. Okay, I need some more medicine. You know what? I've killed every other zombie in here. Okay, so the good news is I do feel like we've gotten all the inhibitor containers so far, and that, like, I didn't miss over any of them. I don't know, but there was at least one that I remember that I missed one partway through. I had to go back up to find it. Not a problem, because as long as you make, you know, progress is progress, even if it's a little bit of backtracking involved. No, see, now we started to spook them. Hold on. I do wonder, like, what if... Okay, that feels like a lot of... Oh, and he's still not down. I was just wondering if maybe the bow would be a better option for quietly taking out zombies. Like, can you one-shot a zombie in the back of the head? Well, not if he does that. No, I fail to see how this is better. Maybe against humans, but against zombies, I feel like just the big ol' wallop. Javison, the thing about zombie books are everyone has a zombie book in them, but very few have two or more. So even if you get one good one, the next one is probably not going to be good. That is how I feel about the... Max Brooks is the author of the Zombie Survival Guide, which I find extremely dry and uninteresting. And World War Z, which I think is... World War Z is, to date, the best zombie book that I have read. Not the best book that is possible, but I really liked it a lot. Okay. Oh, it was already unlocked. It's not even the first time in this level that we ran up to one that didn't need the GRE key. And I don't know what else Max Brooks has written. I don't know if, like, he's done other zombie books or anything. But World War Z, the idea of doing, like, an oral history of a zombie apocalypse and getting all of these different perspectives, and it's to me an interesting form of short story where all of the stories are, like, told chronologically. And I think about elements of that book all the time. Like, all of the time, I'll remember something that came out of them. Okay, so... Oh, we can go down here. For example, here's a part in World War Z, and World War Z would be a challenging book to, like, spoil. But there's one part in World War Z that I think about, and I've been thinking about, like, recently. Not for any reason. Like, not born out of any specific event that's happened. Hold on, I need to go to crafting. I want to make an immune... Well, hold on. Do I have an immunity booster? It would be here. I have a very good immunity booster. I have a slightly less good immunity booster. Well, I'll tell you what. I have 55 of these. Holy shit. Well, I've got 2 of these, so why don't we grab one of those? In World War Z... At one point, it's telling the story. I'm trying to remember, like, what if there was, like, a premise to this, but it's telling about this one part where there was, like, a seminar about the proper way to clean surfaces and clean toilets and stuff. And midway through, where this professional housekeeper, this professional maid, was explaining to something, one of the people in the room got up and said, "That's enough. That's enough, Diane," or, like, whatever the maid's name was. That's enough out of you. And it turned out that the person, the protester there, the person who was protesting, saying, "That's enough, like we don't need to hear from you anymore," was a former investment banker. And this investment banker had actually hired Diane in this story. I don't remember what the character's name was. And now she had her former servant, her maid, instructing her, "I don't want to fight that guy." On like the proper way to keep a house and to be productive in society, because it turns out the world in a zombie apocalypse does not need investment bankers. It needs maids. It needs people who can perform services. I'm in trouble. I am in a lot of trouble right now. Hold on one second. I need something to take on a large number of dudes. I will craft the maximum number of Molotovs I can, which is 4. And in terms of inventory, so the decoy is not going to help me right now. The C4 is probably not going to be very helpful. I will... Oh, I do have this. And a grenade. Okay. Let's put the grenade in here. And then I've got the pretty good Molotovs and the not very good throwing knives. And the meat bait will also not be helpful. So let's get a different Molotov. I don't care. So, I'm sorry. When I said that I'm in trouble, there's a volatile in here of some description. Let me take a regeneration thing. Yeah, that guy. I don't think I want to tangle with him. And now I'm not sure that I have a choice. You stop it. And it's just... The thing that I just described, that with the maid and the investment banker, it doesn't... It's not like this is a major plot point. It's just one of the many things that the story does so well. Okay, I don't actually know what's happening right now. It seems really bad for me. But it's one of those moments that sort of stuck with me about the story and how much effort was put into. It's not just about like, oh wow, zombies, and how do we fight back about the zombies? A lot of World War Z is about the restructuring of society and what happens when all of the social services and goods and jobs and everything else that we have today suddenly goes away. Okay, if all the other dudes are... I'm still getting stuck on things, which may or may not be other zombies. Okay, hold on. Yep, not having a good time with this. You guys, I have no idea where to even start. Worst possible room for me to be doing this. God damn it! I saw him pick something up. I thought he threw it already. Fuck. Okay, nope, I don't want to get hit by this. Okay, I know that the ground pound does like a shockwave, and then all I have to do is dodge left or right. I just want to acknowledge that I know what to do. The fact that I'm not doing it is that I'm bad at the game. Please be dead. He's not dead. Okay, let me not stand near this. This guy is capable of dying, right? That's a rhetorical question. But I do want to make sure that I'm not just dedicating myself to killing a bridge abutment. Was that a death throw? No, it's just more pissed off throw. Okay, well, you go ahead and do that. Oh, I should have some sort of shroom or something. Another, just like, it was almost like a single line in the movie, in the book. It was near the end of like one of the parts, the main parts of World War Z, the book. There was this whole thing about like, it goes into a lot of detail about how the zombie. I don't know, you guys. He has like a multi-charge that he just does and does and does and does and does until he hits you. Okay, I need some more rechargeable, whatever it's called, the regeneration booster. So let's craft, sure, 3. Near the end of that first part, where it's like, here's how the virus took hold in so many places of the world, such that it became a global apocalypse. There we go. Then he gets back up, he's just kidding. Near the end of it, one of the ways that the zombie virus winds up spreading into the United States is simply the zombies coming here. I guess a lot of dead from other countries were like just dumped in the ocean, and it turned out that the crushing depths of the Atlantic and the Pacific wasn't enough to put them down. So they started like eventually just walking and like literally just shambling up on the shores of the United States of America. And the line that really struck with me was all of a sudden this wasn't just something that Americans were watching on TV. It was just coming up out of the ocean all around them. And I just really remember that line. I'm not delivering it the way that the book does, but it's really chilling about how for a long time this was a problem that was just happening elsewhere. It was happening to other people, ROW, rest of world. And then here it comes just boiling up out of the sea. No place was safe from this. It was... World War Z, I don't reread a lot of books for the same reason that I don't rewatch a lot of movies or like replay a lot of games. There's so many new things out there to experience, but man, if I don't intend to reread World War Z someday, it's a very good book. Jab is saying the same thing. World War Z is a very good book, period. Shame it was made into a movie instead of going to Netflix. Double shame the movie was awful and had nothing to do with the book. So awful is a little further than I'd go with it, but it definitely, like, had that movie been called anything other than World War Z, I would have said it was pretty good. It's not 30 Days Later, which I really think is excellent, but it was pretty good. And it was fun to say Mireille Enos in something that wasn't The Killing. And Brad Pitt is Brad Pitt. He's okay. I don't know. It's fine. But the fact that it is called World War Z, and you're right. You're absolutely right. Like, I strongly agree. Had NOTHING to do with the book. It could not have been, literally could not have been further away from the book in every possible way. In the book World War Z, Max Brooks it fully explains why fast zombies are like physically impossible, at least according to like his version of like zombieism. The rigor mortis that sets in, the tightening of the ligaments around the joints. Fast zombies can't possibly exist. Then you watch World War Z and it's all fast zombies all the time. It's just, it is so... It doesn't make sense that that project exists and is called World War Z. It just doesn't. No, I still can't do the kick. I also, by the way, I'm not going to disagree with anybody that says that the movie's bad, because the movie's not great. I just had an okay time with it. I'm not gonna get her. What, she's a banshee, is that it? Nope, I might not get anything, hold on. I don't understand why she's friends with them. Fuck, dude. Oh my god. You guys, I don't know how to get out of here. If not for the, really? More dudes?
Get some!
Dude! Not 100% sure what's happening. That was the new move that I picked up. That was probably unnecessary, but I didn't like him. Okay, fine. I mean, just make it... Actually, is this worse for me at this point? It sounds worse. Cool. All of these guys are plague bearers, apparently. Swear to God, I dodged. Is she dead? Shit! That was a costly miss. I am so out of stamina. God damn, hold on. This is the hardest fight that we've had. Talk to Jack Matt is what it wants me to know that I should be doing. Okay, not great. Holy shit. Does anybody know if the hag actually went down? Because she would be worth a pretty good amount of... What's it called? Mutation samples. Oh, Dooley was asking what movie? World War Z. World War Z is an exemplary book and a pretty forgettable... Like, World War Z, it's exactly the sort of movie that I'd want to call non-objectionable, except that there is an objection to have with it, which is the fact that it's called World War Z. Yeah, Jab was saying illegal or organ transplants. Like, that's when I say that Max Brooks has put more time and energy into thinking about zombies than any other person alive. You have to read World War Z to get a sense for like, yeah, illicit organ trade was one of the things that really doomed the world, because people were like this black market was trading in illicit organs that were harvested from sick people by unscrupulous people. And what they didn't realize was that the sickness was a zombie infection. Like, it goes into like basically the patient zero of it all, and like who was the first person. Like, like the actual original like source for everything in the book is never established, but the like first modern person to get infected by it, that is. And it's another just sort of like cool, chilling story. Okay, I'm just gonna rub up against this building then. So I actually need to stop playing. I needed to stop playing a while back. Where should we try to end it? Oh, and by the way, I didn't even call it out. We actually finished that entire building. That last fight was really tough, but we got it done. You know what? I'm gonna say that it doesn't really matter. The game auto saves pretty much all the time. It's gonna auto save that last thing. Oh, let's get this. Yeah, this seems like we can unlock this safe zone. When World War Z came out, says Jab, somebody on a forum asked something about something to read. I told him World War Z was the best book I'd read that year. It had more to say about the human condition than almost anything. Hold on, I really want to get over here. Well, we'll touch that. I'm not going to try to unlock it right now. Stop it. Where's the, Hey, wait a second. That's not a... Hold on, that's not a... Oh. Well, I don't want to unlock that right now. I thought it was a safe house, not a Maybe we can go to this one? Sorry, which way? This way. But like another thing is, like there's a part in the book where it talks about how in the military, and like again, I'm not military, so I can't speak to this. I'm just saying that, like, in the book, there's a whole part about in the military, you're taught and drilled, and like the thing they teach you is shoot for center mass. Shooting for the head on the zombie was something that needed to be specifically relearned, because the standing militaries of the world were taught to, like, you know, where do you shoot a human being? We shoot them in the chest. It's easy to hit. It's gonna knock them down, even if they have armor. Like, it's gonna like put the wind out of them and stuff. With zombies, that just doesn't work. You're just hitting meat. You might stagger them briefly, but they're just gonna keep going, and you can waste infinite ammo on that. And it's not like, oh, how will we ever learn to aim for the head? But it did acknowledge there's in some cases, a lifetime of institutional training that needed to be overcome for people to like relearn how to deal with this new threat. And it's just that kind of thinking that I don't feel I have ever seen addressed in any other zombie fiction. And Max Brooks has it in there. It's not a major plot element of like soldiers just gripping, how will I aim for the head? No, it's just like, this was something that they realized needed to be overcome, and like the reflexes that had been incorporated into people. It's just a very thoroughly thought out book. Okay, so since that's definitely going to checkpoint and ensure that what I mostly wanted to make sure of, you guys, was that I didn't lose the results of that endless fight that we had. Let me take a medicine. And then I'm at the point where, like, we might have to actually buy some crafting materials. We're definitely going to have to, this next night, go to one of the zones to get more crafting materials, because I am out of things like scrap and stuff. But I like that. I like the fact that now we have to plan for overcoming the shortages that we have. This was a very, very fun game, you guys. I went somewhat later than I had intended, but hey, that's great. And you know what? Now it's 8 p.m. I bet Mia is on. We can raid over to Mia. Let's see if she's on. Until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.